What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. Leicester City against Arsenal, 3 p.m. kickoff. Massive game for Arsenal in their hunt and their chase for the Premier League title. Obviously, we play before Manchester City today. It's an opportunity to put pressure back on them again, put us 5 points clear. Last week, obviously, they dropped points away at Nottingham Forest. They're at Bournemouth today. Hope everyone is well on this Saturday. Really looking forward to the game today. I've got to be honest. Last week, I was very nervous about the game against Aston Villa. It just felt like there was a script written and it was going to go wrong. But this time, I'm a lot more hyped about this game and a lot more confident, to be honest. Hope you're all well. Make sure you smash the like video. Subscribe as well. We're about 700 away from 60k people, which will be the Emirates Stadium full capacity. Mikel, just I'll send you the bank details. Just drop me 5%, 7%, maybe 10%. We spoke about it and it happened. Now, did it happen because it had to happen, or did it happen because of an injury? I don't know. But we asked for the front three, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, and we got the front three, Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. Now, I heard a little rumour this morning, but I didn't want to start throwing it out there because, you know, sometimes these rumours are made up and you don't want to look stupid if it goes wrong. But I heard a rumour this morning that Eddie Nketiah was injured. But the fact that he's on the bench, is this just a change that Mikel Arteta has chosen to go for? I don't know. I'm personally very happy with that front three. We spoke about it yesterday and said that Saka, Martinelli, Trossard would be the one. Now, I got to be honest, when I was picking that team yesterday, I said Martinelli would be the one that I would maybe put through the middle. From what we're reading and hearing, it sounds as if Trossard is playing up front and Martinelli's on the left. Maybe those two can interchange and change, you know, throughout the game. Hey, big up Broads in the chat. Big up AirPod Albert on the assist. Live waffle stream. He tunes in, man. He knows. This Cone Man music is going all the way to the top, people. Let's talk about the Arsenal team quick. We'll go through the Leicester team. The headline news of the Leicester team, people. No James Maddison. Doesn't even make the bench. Apparently, he had a pain-killing injection last week to get through the game against Manchester United. Apparently, it's got worse throughout the week and he's not available. Massive boost for Arsenal. For me, Maddison, probably Leicester's best player, in my opinion. A player that I would have taken at Arsenal, if I'm being honest. So, absolutely, listen, we never wish injury on anybody. But certainly happy to see no Maddison for Leicester. The Arsenal team, Ramsdale in goal, Ben White and Zinchenko at left back. There are rumours that Zinchenko is captain today, which I don't know why. Can anybody let me know in the comments? Because Odegaard is playing. People saying it's to do with Ukraine. I'm not sure if that's true. Let me know. Saliba and Gabriel at centre-back. We need a good performance from those two today, man. Constantly, one of them seems to play well and the other one has a bad game. When's the last time they both actually played well? Apparently it is because of Ukraine. That's why he's the captain. Big up Brian. He always seems to drop the first super chat in. Big up from Brooklyn. See you, net. Settings. 4-1 to the Gunners. See you, Eddie. Listen, Eddie, respectfully. Let me not disrespect him too much. You've come in and done a job, but you've reached a ceiling point now where you need to have a rest. So I'm all for it. Big up Brian from Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? 1 year anniversary, so they've made him captain. Oh, fair enough. Jorginho and Granit Xhaka in midfield. Thomas Partey is in the squad and on the bench. I said yesterday, if Partey wasn't fully fit, don't risk him. We've got Everton on Wednesday. Everton's midfield bullied us last time. Onana, Decore. We need Thomas Partey available for Wednesday. Jorginho and Xhaka play today. I'm very happy that Maddison isn't playing because I think Maddison would have caused those two a problem. One thing they don't have is a lot of pace. Your bench is in trouble when Nketiah's in the room. Your bench is in trouble when Nketiah's in the room. Da, 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 da. Listen, Eddie, sorry, man. People think I'm harsh on Eddie, you know, but he needed a rest, man. Come on. We all know, people. We all know. Odegaard in the 10, not captain today. Obviously, they've made Zinchenko captain for the anniversary of Ukraine, is what people are saying. What a gesture from Arsenal. But he loved drinking that potion from the bench. Drink that Prime, man, that blue raspberry Prime. We'll get him on with 20 minutes to go. Broad's saying, that's nice to do, but I don't really understand it. Is he going to do that with other countries? Well, that's the kind of... Listen, I don't want to get political, but we all know the Mesut Ozil situation when he spoke out on matters, the club didn't necessarily back him. So I like it when football clubs get involved and maybe do these sorts of things, but you do have a point. You know, there are times when Arsenal will say, well done, and there's times when they're quiet. Let's not say too much about that, but you know people. Broad said, oi, big up Cruz, the top striker. Yeah, he actually scored, how many today? He scored 5 today. He was on a madness today. First half hat-trick. It is what it is. Our bench looking kind of great. Curtis Shaw clips will be back from hopefully tonight. They'll be live and uncut. No editing, I'm afraid. Straight off the hip. So, yeah, I will be uploading on there. I did have an editor, but he's unfortunately can't carry on. He's got another job now, and he said he couldn't continue. So I'm just going to throw clips on there, people. Mikel Arteta's in the chat. Here we go. Curtis, I listened to your advice. I'm sure you will be delighted with Trossard up front today. Any other suggestion? I mean, the crazy thing is, yeah, if a real person came in the chat, we'd never actually believe it. So it would actually be quite clever for somebody to actually go into the chat and see what people are saying. But, you know, it's crazy. It is crazy. Raw and uncut Shaw, man. Yeah, raw and uncut, people. Time out for the editor. Anyway, Arsenal, as we were saying, the front three, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. I would have probably gone Martinelli up top, just for the simple reason that I think they're very, very slow at the back. But Trossard has played false 9 for Brighton. He scored against Manchester City playing false 9 earlier in the season. So I'm sure Arteta's going off the fact that Trossard has played in that position. We've always sort of said Martinelli can play up front, but he hasn't actually played there. So it's Trossard by the look of it up front. Maybe they will interchange. I'm very happy with that front three. No disrespect. I like that front three. The Arsenal bench, Matt Turner, Kieran Tierney, Tomiyasu, Kivior, Holding, Thomas Partey's on the bench. Good to see him back. Smith Rowe on the bench. Is he going to actually come on today? We're always happy that he's back and he's on the bench, but he doesn't actually come on. And Eddie Nketiah makes the bench. So, as I said with Eddie, that's interesting. The rumour this morning was that Eddie was injured. Surely if he was injured, you wouldn't expect him to be on the bench. So, is this just a tactical change from Mikel Arteta? Definitely interesting. And Fabio Vieira. Our bench is certainly better than it was 2 or 3 months ago when we said it was reminiscent of a dirty park bench with bird poo all over it. It's definitely had a clean up. Now it just needs regenerating a little bit in the summer, you know, and maybe we put a few more top quality players in the squad and strengthen that squad a bit more. Tammy said, Curtis, you listened to me. I said Trossard up front. Big up yourself. Jerome, thank you for the super chat. Big up C Unit watching from Queens, New York. Come on, you Gunners. QB in the building. A lot of my favourite rappers are from Queens. I can't lie. Mobb Deep, 50 Cent, Nas, you know, that Queensbridge sound, man. Mr. Ages said, always looking forward to your watch-alongs with the game on mute. Appreciate it. Ivan said, wait, when will Edu call Curtis for Cruz's transfer? Curtis will destroy Edu. Edu, mate, you're going to have to do better than that, you know. You can't turn up with that Klarna business. Someone just said, Saka has been injured in the warm-up. Now, please, let's make sure. See, I'm going to have a little check now. Don't start doing this. Don't go anywhere. That better be made up because I'm in a very good mood right now. Feel very optimistic about this game today. Let's type in Saka. Saka arriving. Saka could become the youngest player to reach 50 involvements. I mean, I can't see it. I'm hoping that's completely made up. So let's hope. Let's hope there's nothing in that. The funny thing is, how you've just said that, is there's a couple stats about Saka that I actually wanted to read out regarding not being injured. So let's get into that. Eddie's watching the stream from the bench. Eros said, big up Curtis in the C Unit community. Hope everyone is well. Let me just bring this on the screen. Bukayo Saka has featured in Arsenal's last 65 Premier League matches, the longest ongoing run of any player, with Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea, the next player, on 62 matches. That is a remarkable stat from Eddie Nketiah. Bukayo Saka. Something I say on a regular basis on this channel is availability is the best ability. You can be a great player. If you're not available, you mean very little in a very harsh way. The reason that Cazorla, Diaby, Rosicky, Wilshere, all these players went was because they were too injury prone in the end. Some would say he's played too much football. I think at times he shouldn't have been involved. So it's a positive in the fact that he hasn't got injured. I suppose you could say it's a little bit of a negative because maybe he should have been taken out of some of these games. 65 Premier League games in a row at the age of 21. You got to be careful. A lot of people said Jack Wilshere played too much football too young, and it ruined him. Another one, not the Domino's advert, and we can't play that. Where's the... I was trying to get a stat up. Right, here we go. All 10 of Bukayo Saka's goals this season have either put Arsenal in the lead or have been equalisers. I mean, again, an unbelievable stat. Not only is this lad scoring goals, he's scoring big goals. You know, yeah, a little Domino's advert went by on the screen there. If you're a bit peckish later on, people, why not? They owe me 10% for that as well now. But yeah, Saka, 10 goals. 6 of them has put us in front, and 4 of them have been the equalisers, man. The jollof rice, the power, the strength. Clutch baller, as you say, man. What are people now starting to... Amazingly, I saw a thing yesterday, an article, where Haaland is being criticised. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, he's got 26 league goals. People now saying he's a flat-track bully. He scores hat-tricks against bottom half of the table teams. He's not turning up in the big away games. I saw Thierry Henry saying that Haaland needs to adjust the way he plays a little bit as well. And, but, you know, when you see things like this, even Rashford as well, scoring big goals at big moments. The same with Saka, taking penalties. And you're right, Oz. This is why, I mean, we spoke about Saka's contract yesterday and the day before. £200,000 a week deal for Saka, 4.5-year contract. He's the first player since Thierry Henry to win Arsenal Player of the Season 2 years in a row. To do that at the age of 19 and then 20, and you would say he's definitely one of the front runners to probably win it this season as well. So, listen, for me, he deserves the contract. We need to keep him long term. I think he can get better. He will have to improve because clubs now respect him. They're doubling up on him. They're kicking him. But a fantastic player. Definitely a clutch baller when it comes to Arsenal. Haaland's a Lukaku regen. Man, just bullying all the bottom half teams. Be careful now. Curtis doesn't believe we have world-class players. Whistle. I mean, do I have to reconsider that? I made a comment 4 weeks ago, I think. I might have been frustrated at the time. And I think I made the comment that Arsenal, in my opinion, don't have a world-class player. It received a lot of question marks. Some people said I agree with you. Some people said Saka's world-class. I was kind of and where my thinking is with that is, I felt like a modern day winger needs to score 15 to 20 league goals. You look at the best wingers in world football right now, they're scoring more goals than a lot of strikers. You know, you look at Salah and Mane and Sterling and them guys, Son in the Prem. You look at their numbers, they're having seasons where they're getting 15 to 20 league goals. They're getting strikers' numbers, sometimes more than 20. My thing with Saka was, has Saka had that season yet to make him like world class? Like, let's be honest, at this moment in time, Rashford is having that season. Like, everyone's talking about him, you know, he's being linked with PSG and all sorts. It's a good question. Would you say then, let me know in the comments quickly, would you say that Bukayo Saka is world class? And if not Saka, do you think there's another player at Arsenal that is world class? Again, I think Thomas Partey is world class, but he's injured too much. So for me, if you're injured, you miss 14, 15 games a season, I think that stops you from being world class as well. World class to me is like Mbappe, Benzema, Modric, the world beaters, the pinnacle of your position. Latte said not yet. Yes. No Arsenal player is world class. I think Partey and Saka are world class. Odegaard. See, again, Odegaard for me hasn't had that season yet. The big games, getting your team over the finish line. Charlie said, yes, Saka is world class. I think there is not a better right winger out there. Saka world class. See, I think he's close to becoming world class. I'd say he's top class. But listen, it's a great debate. It's nice that we're even having this debate. Luzma thinks Odegaard is world class as well. J Dime said after this season we can call Saka world class, Partey and possibly Jesus. Partey's world class, truth be told. Rob Holding is definitely world class at growing his hair back. That is for sure. He's got more hair than me, I think, at the moment. Now, I'm just looking into this Saka thing because somebody else has just said in the comments that Saka's injured. So, is there anything in this, people? Anybody on socials? Anybody hearing or seeing anything about Saka? Why is this two people now have said this in the comments? Is there anything here? I mean, BBC tweeted 5 minutes ago, Saka will become the youngest player to reach 50 goal involvements in the Premier League since Cesc Fabregas in 2008. What a player. What a player. I'm not seeing anything about it, but that's the second person who said that. I think people are just on the wind-up. Maybe it's Man City fans, although it wouldn't be Man City fans, actually. I don't know if they actually have fans, but maybe it's Leicester fans. Gabriel Magalhaes will be world-class in a few seasons, maybe. Cesc, what a player. For me, Cesc, one of the best centre midfielders I've ever seen at Arsenal. And I don't say that lightly, people, trust me. Now people are saying Saka's got a knock, but he's playing. So I think maybe that's what they're saying. So he should be all right. Should be all right. 3 years time out. Saka is fine. Please ignore the Man U fan. Look, there's a Man City fan here. Go easy on me. I'm a Man City fan. Watch it. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Big up yourself, man. Blue Moon. Not really. Alexis, best player of the Emirates era. I think probably... Yeah, he's up there, man. He's up there. Van Persie. Cesc was there for a little bit. Santi as well. Oba was special for a couple years. I think personally Alexis and probably Van Persie. I thought Van Persie for a year and a half was on another planet as a striker. But for me, Alexis, because we had him for a few years at that level, I always felt like Alexis was going to be a world beater for us. This is why I don't want Tielemans, Big C, man's on the bench. Look at this Leicester team. Let's go through the Leicester team. To be fair, Ozil as well was quality. Ozil was top quality. Are you joking? Alexis over Cesc? No, because the reason I'm saying that is because Cesc was at Highbury, wasn't he? And then he came to the Emirates. Yeah, Cesc, Alexis, RVP for me. And then Mesut. Mesut was top quality. Cazorla as well. And Oba. They were the guys. I think Cesc, Van Persie, and Alexis would be the top three for me. They would be my three. If Jesus is not world class, why is City worse with Haaland? I don't think City being worse is to do with Jesus leaving. Jesus wasn't even starting on a consistent basis for Man City. I think it's the fact they've got a 6'4" striker who's not, you know, his link-up play is not elite, and they're playing different. I don't think that is because of Gabriel Jesus. They were playing Sterling and Foden and players like that up front. But I appreciate your super chat, John. Sanchez was different. Sanchez was amazing, but he ruined his legacy. RVP, one of the best individual seasons, 11-12. He was incredible. He was just a player that wowed me, if I'm being honest. And Alexis. Cesc and Van Persie were godlike tier. RVP name should be banned on this channel. It's bad. Listen, I blame the club. I blame the club. Imagine Alexis and Mahrez. It nearly happened. Let's go through the Leicester lineup, people. Ward in goal. Castagne, Sutor, Face, and Christiansen. I don't even know some of these Leicester players, to be honest. Dewsbury Hall and Didi. Pratt, is it? I'm just going to call him Pratt anyway. I think that's how you actually say his name. Dennis Pratt, ain't that his name? Curtis is no longer Aubameyang's lawyer. Nah, no chance. Tete, who has looked dangerous for them since coming in, by the way, looks sharp against United. Harvey Barnes and Kelechi Iheanacho. On the bench, Iverson, Ricardo Pereira, Amate, Thomas, Mendy, Sumare, Tielemans, Vardy, and Daka. They've got some decent players on the bench. I mean, Tielemans, Vardy, not bad players to bring on. It's not a great Leicester team, if I'm being honest. They've lost their last couple of games. They've lost their last game, against Man United, but they did look good going forward. But defensively, they look very gettable and quite slow, in my opinion. Nelson said, we need a stream just on Holdings here. Man's now wearing an Alice band in training. I'm telling you, Rob Holding will have cane rows soon. He'll have dreads. The man was bald a season ago. Now he's wearing a headband like Jack Grealish. It's all mad. It's absolutely mad. Big game incoming for Odegaard. Listen, I look at that Leicester team. Harvey Barnes a good player. Tete and Barnes are their danger. Tete and Barnes, both their wingers against our fullbacks will be the issue. Aubameyang or Alexis Sanchez? Alexis. And trust me, you guys know how much I loved Oba. But Alexis was different. Oba is a supreme goal scorer. Alexis is a supreme footballer. You could give Alexis the ball anywhere on the pitch and he was going to cause damage. Oba's not like that. He's different. Alexis was different. One of the best wingers I've ever seen play for Arsenal. He was different. Just different. Shane said Nasri or Saka, who was better for Arsenal. You got to go Saka, man, because I'm not saying he's a better player than Nasri. I'm just saying he's carried Arsenal on his back at times as a young player. I don't think Nasri ever really carried Arsenal. He was part of, I think Fabregas had more of us on his back than him. But big up Shane. Alexis all day, man, was accused of wanting to win too much. Yeah, Mr. Bellerin. Oh, he wants to win too much. He's too competitive in training. Nimbo said, Aubameyang, I'm back. I'm blue. I got nothing to do. I wonder if he's going to play tomorrow, because I did hear. It sounds as if the manager, Graham Potter's, changing his mind on Aubameyang. He was asked a few awkward questions. They were like, look, Chelsea not scoring goals and your main goal scorer is not even in the squad. C-Unit, big ups to you, bro. Really enjoyed the channel. Did you catch Arsenal v Cambridge youth match? Really like seeing Sosa and Lewis Skelly. Nwaneri had a brilliant goal. I think they won 3-2, didn't they? I saw the highlights. Didn't watch the game, but yeah, listen. And Jack Wilshere, the manager, which is great to see as well. In terms of this Leicester team, Wilfred indeed is an interesting one. I feel like over the last few years, people have always had this feeling that indeed he could end up at a real top 4 club and really move on. It's just not happened for him. A lot of people say that not good enough on the ball, possibly gives the ball away too easy, very good at winning the ball back. He's gone a little bit stale there, I think. Leicester at home are always dangerous. You know, I don't want to say that this is definitely not an easy game. Leicester are definitely dangerous at home. Their crowd will be loud. They'll back the team. They lost last week. They'll be desperate. They'll be desperate to prove that they can turn it around this week. Penalty spot said Paul Curtis, best and worst Arsenal keeper in the last 25 years. The worst, I always say on this channel that Manuel Almunia is a swear word. For me, he cost us the Champions League. So he's not actually the worst, but he is the worst. So Almunia, for me, there can be no worse goalkeeper than him in history. Renarsson's the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen at Arsenal. But Almunia, for the circumstances, you're a mess. The best goalkeeper is probably David Seaman. Maybe Jens Lehmann. Jens Lehmann was a bit crazy in the mind, wasn't he? It would have to be David Seaman, probably, for me. But yeah, Almunia, Rennarsson, the worst. That is for sure. Best David Seaman. Rennarsson, I mean, he wouldn't even play for AFTV. He's that bad. I'm not even convinced he's a goalkeeper. Almunia was an op. Oh, mate. Don't get me started on that guy. I love Lehmann. Yeah, this Vitor Manone, people are saying. Martinez, good goalkeeper. Apparently he's available in the summer. Had a fallout with Emery, could be leaving. Who is the best keeper in the Emirates era? I think Emmy or Ramsdale. Listen, I'll be honest, and people don't like this. It seems to annoy people. I thought Emmy was incredible at Arsenal. I know he only had 6 months, and people say it's not long enough to make a fair judgment. I felt so comfortable when Emmy was in goal. I honestly haven't had that feeling with another goalkeeper at Arsenal, at the Emirates. Even with Ramsdale, I don't think he's great at coming for crosses. Where Emmy's a giant, and he just comes out and catches the ball. So I'm going to be totally honest. Emmy for me, but it was only 6 months. So let me back Rambo. Leno was good as well. Leno was very good. But again, his kicking wasn't great, and he wasn't good at coming for crosses. Badir said, Emmy was incredible, Curtis. I was upset. Campbell said, facts, Big C. Chesney deserves a shout-out. I think Chesney got a lot better when he left. Czech, I didn't really like Czech, man. I felt like we got the old man, Peter Cech. Emmy was lit, says Cello. Ramsdale will have a better chance than any keeper to cement a legacy. Listen, one of the biggest things that Ramsdale has got going for him is that we got a good defence. You look at Leno, the defence that he had in front of him, you know, Mustafi and David Luiz and Kolasinac and Bellerin, you know, it's very hard to be a good goalkeeper when you've got defenders that are consistently making mistakes. Can you imagine how good Emmy would be with this back four in front of him? Listen, I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I thought Emmy was a colossus for Arsenal. No one mentions Leno. It's a bit harsh. I think Leno's was a good keeper. Just not very good with his feet and not commanding. Best defender. You've started a debate here, penalty spot, but I don't mind it. We've got 13 minutes until kickoff. Best defender in the Emirates era, I would say, I mean, I really like Saliba and Gabriel. I think those two are going to be top quality. I think Koscielny was very good for us. We haven't actually had many good defenders in the Emirates. That's the problem. I got to be honest. Koscielny's probably the longest serving centre-back that was good. Vermaelen had a good start, then faded. Koscielny probably. And then you're looking at Saliba and Gabriel. Bakary Sagna was good. Bakary Sagna was a very good right back. But there's not many others. I mean, Mertesacker I thought was a bit meaty. He read the game well, but he was slow, man. He was Scalacci. He was a nightmare. Monreal was steady. Sagna and Gael Clichy. Vermaelen and Koscielny. Vermaelen was good at... Oh, not Scalacci. Vermaelen was good until the injury. It's got to be Laurent Koscielny, really. I think he was the best one. Clichy before he went to City. We've had some, when you think about it, we've had some bad defenders, especially during this Emirates era. We've had some of the worst defenders that I've seen at Arsenal during this time. And this is where my frustration used to be with Arsene Wenger. I was like, how can you keep buying such poor defenders? You know, when you think about Scalacci, Andre Santos, Johan Djourou, the man bought Silvestre, Socrates. We've had some absolute shambolic defenders, man. I don't know what was wrong with Wenger towards the end. He did not have any ability to find a good defender. Gabriel Paulista, I actually thought he was going to be okay at the start. Lichtsteiner as well. I mean, some bad ones, some really bad ones. That is for sure. Right, we're going to try. And, no, it sounds like Saka's all right, people. There was a few people. Tierney gives me a bit of Monreal. Listen, Tierney, like we were speaking about yesterday, there's rumours he could be off to Newcastle. Gallas, yeah. Gallas was actually a decent defender. It's just the way he ended, sitting down on the pitch and all that, made us despise him at the end. Then he ends up going to Tottenham, so Ashley Cole was top tier, 100%. 100%. He's one of the very best that we've ever had at the club. The game will be underway in 10 minutes, people. 10 minutes until kickoff. Anybody's got any streams, put them in the chat if you want to share with people. I know the game is live on Peacock in America. That's getting too loud. So if anybody wants to watch it, it's all right. Just stick with it. Shirt swap at half time. Yeah, hopefully not. Oz said I always found it hilarious. Mustafi made a mistake and then would throw his arms up. Yo, he used to do it all the time, didn't he? All the time. He used to turn around and look at people like it was their fault. Anyway, people, let's have a little look at the league table. You know, whilst we're top, I will continue to look at that table as much as possible. The top feels so much better than the bottom. Man City, you a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. Anyway, top of the league. 2 points clear of Man City. Massive game for us and a must-win game for us because, let's face it, I'll be very surprised if Manchester City don't go to Bournemouth and collect 3 points today. I know they drew with Nottingham Forest last week. Forest are actually really good at home. I just don't feel the same about Bournemouth at home. I think City will go there and roll them. But let's hope. Gary O'Neill and them guys, I think they beat Wolves last week. Arsenal 2 points clear, game in hand. Our game in hand is actually midweek on Wednesday against Everton. I think this game, and I know we keep saying it, and we'll keep saying it every single week, this is a big game. This is a big game, I know. But I think this game is genuinely one of our biggest games of the season because I think with the fact that we're playing Everton, and I think it's Everton and Bournemouth next 2 games at home. Is it Everton and Bournemouth? Let me check. Everton and Bournemouth are our next 2 games. I just think if we can get through this game today against Leicester, beat them, you've then got 2 home games, and I think we'll win both of them, Everton and Bournemouth. Then got Europa League, you then got Fulham. You get to that international break. Man City have got a few difficult games around there. I know, listen, as fans, we shouldn't do this. We start looking 5-6 games ahead. Where are they going to drop points? I know every game is a big game, but I just think I'm really confident every time we play at home. I just want us to keep chipping away at them away games. We have literally got 15 finals. When you look at it, how many games will we have to win the title? Listen, it is what it is. What's going to be interesting about today, who plays up front? Because some people are saying that it's Martinelli. Some people are saying that it's Trossard. It seems as if it's going to be Trossard. I think the two will interchange, and you'll maybe see both of them at different points today through the middle. So let's see how that goes. Obviously, we need to get some breathing space from Manchester United. They don't play this weekend in the league. They've got the Carabao Cup final. We're 5 points clear of them. A win today would put us 8 points clear of United. TH said we have a fluid front three. I have to admit, I am very excited to see this front three today. Let's go back to the team. For anybody that's just tuned in, make sure you like today's video, people. We're looking for 3,000 likes. We're 700 subscribers away from 60k. If you haven't already, press that red button and subscribe. Become part of the community. And let's go 3-point collecting. 7 minutes until kickoff, people. Ramsdale in goal for Arsenal. Back four, Ben White, Zinchenko, Saliba and Gabriel. Zinchenko is captain today to mark a year since the war started in the Ukraine. So nice gesture by Arsenal. Zinchenko is captain. He will lead the team out. The players are in the tunnel right now. You've then got Jorginho and Granit Xhaka in the middle of midfield. Thomas Partey is back but not available to start. He's on the bench. Odegaard in the 10 role. And then the front three that we were calling for yesterday. Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. The rumour was that Eddie was injured. But the fact that Eddie's on the bench, is this a tactical change from the manager? Either way, I am personally happy to see this front three. They've listed it as Trossard as the one playing up front. I think you'll see him and Martinelli at different points of the game change. So, exciting game. We won here last season when Ramsdale did that unbelievable save from the Maddison free kick where he tipped it onto the bar. So, let's hope we get another 3 points. The Arsenal bench, people. Turner, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Kivior, Holding, Partey, Smith Rowe, Eddie Nketiah and Fabio Vieira. Much better bench. Much better bench than we've had in recent times. Experienced players there. Partey, Tierney, Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira. Players that can hopefully come off the bench and influence it if we're trying to hang on or if we're trying to get a goal. So much better. We're only really now missing Gabriel Jesus and Mohamed El Neni. Jesus, I just can't wait to see this guy playing for Arsenal. I really can't. It feels like he hasn't played for us. It feels like we signed him in January and he was injured. And we're waiting to see him make his debut. He will be a game changer for this team. He genuinely will. So, yeah, it's listen, I think once he comes back and Partey's back fit, we are a different team. Listen, I'm not saying El Neni changes the dynamics of the team. I'm just saying they're the two first-team players that remain out injured. Reece Nelson, I wonder if Nelson was back in training, so is he actually not making the bench? Or what? I don't know. Let's go through the Leicester team. Ward, Castagne, Sutor, Faze, Christiansen, Dewsbury Hall, and Ndidi, Dennis Pratt, Tete, Barnes, and Iheanacho. I think their danger men are Tete and Barnes out wide. Both quick, both direct. We need to deal with them. I think White and Zinchenko will be tested by those two. Certainly not Leicester's best team. A number of players over time have been injured. Johnny Evans is out injured. Ricardo Pereira's on the bench. He's been a starter over the years. James Justin is still out. Tielemans only just returned from injury. He's on the bench. But the big news, of course, is no James Maddison. Not even fit enough to be on the bench, which is fantastic news for Arsenal. For me, Maddison, probably Leicester's best player, and he doesn't make the bench. The Leicester bench, Iverson, Ricardo Pereira, Amate, Thomas, Mendy, Sumare, Tielemans, Jamie Vardy, and Patson Daka. The players are on the pitch. They've shaken hands. Leicester, of course, got beat last week 3-0 by Manchester United. They got consistently rinsed on the counter-attack. And we need to hurt them for pace. Jay Black said, Big C, the commentator said, Eddie is being rested. There's nothing wrong. Fair enough. And I respect the manager for doing that. I really do. I think it's important that Arteta recognises when to, bring players in and out. He took out Ben White for Tomiyasu at a point where we said that needs to change. He took out Martinelli for Trossard when we could all see that was going crazy. We've said Eddie's hit a bit of a brick wall here. You need to take him out. So I do give credit to Mikel Arteta for changing and going with this front three. Let's hope it works. The players are just deciding who gets kickoff, and we are 2 minutes before kickoff, people. Arsenal against Leicester. Big game. Crazy how Vardy is not starting. Yeah, Vardy, I don't think they really start him now, do they? I mean, he's... How old is Vardy now? He's got to be 33. He's 36, Jamie Vardy. So listen, I'm not surprised. He's just turned 36 in January. Listen, he's doing well to still be in the Prem. I don't think he's the player he used to be. You know, he's not 94 pace anymore. He's probably like 84 pace. Vardy, I'm not going to diss Vardy because I'm sure he'll still come off the bench and try and give us problems. But listen, credit to Arteta for making the changes. I'm excited for this game today, people. We are about to get underway. Give me your score predictions in the comments. It is Leicester against Arsenal. And we are about to get underway. Cruz wants to get in. Get in here. How you doing? You good? Look at you, man's got you coming in with a drip and that, bro. Game's underway. Give me your score prediction, fella. I'm going for 3-1 Arsenal, by the way.
I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0 to the Gunners. Give me goal scorers.
I'm going to go with Trossard.
Yeah.
Saka.
Yeah.
And Jorginho.
Jorginho with a goal, yeah?
Yeah.
Ball goes up. All right, I'll get you back on after, see if you're right. Jorginho with a goal, yeah? If that happens, jeez. Shot there by Odegaard, just over. Goal kick. Let's get this charger in. Don't want the battery running out. Everyone putting score predictions in. 3-1. Cruz of the fresh shape up. Yeah, man. Weekend fresh. You know how it goes. Great goal by Cruz the other day. Should be happy they don't have VAR. People saying the ball went out on the step over goal. No VAR at that age, man. We get away with it. Lil C looks like he's going to be a girl's man, eh? Big up Cruz. Chances of Latte getting a ban today. Listen, I spoke to him on the member stream in the week, and he said we'll win today. So there should be no Latte. I'll take a draw today. We should be 3-point collecting, that's for sure. Trossard starting up front, by the way, people. Trossard starting up front. Martinelli on the left. C-Unit business. Big up Omar. Hope you're well. Latte saying 4-1. Jeez. He's a new man today, people. He's going 4-1 to Arsenal. It's all mad. When he's confident, you know things are going well. You know things are going well when Latte's saying he's going for 3-0 to Arsenal. Or what did he say? 4-1 to Arsenal. So let's see, people. Let's see. Arsenal keeping possession at the moment. 3-0 Leicester. We got Leicester fans in here. Or maybe Man City fans. 3-0 Trossard hat-trick. Here is Granit Xhaka. Left-hand side. Whips it in. It's cleared away. I'm going 3-1. I'm going to go Martinelli brace and one for... I'll go Trossard. 2 for Martinelli, 1 for Trossard. Smash the likes, everyone. Subscribe to Curtis if you're new. Big up Jamino. Hope you're well. I'd love to see ESR come on today. I really would. Big up Curtis. Can you please check about the coffee mug? Yeah. I'm going to send one over for you. I should be able to get that sorted. At least 2 goals from Leicester. No chance. Why isn't Odegaard captain? They've made Zinchenko captain today. Because I think it's 1 year from the war starting. Starboy getting one. Come on now. I hope so. I really hope so. Here's Martinelli. Is there any news when Jesus is back? No, we still don't know. I think it's a couple of weeks. Some of you are in front. Some are saying 45 seconds behind. Nothing but 3-pointers will be acceptable. Arsenal on the ball. And don't forget, 3 p.m. kickoff. If you get any scores from the other games, people, let me know. Let me know. I'm not sure who's actually playing at 3 o'clock. I might as well get Sky Sports News on or something. Let's get the score updates. Is there a game on? Yeah, we'll keep that on. 15 seconds behind. Just watch on Twitter. Here's Gabriel for Arsenal. Arsenal need to win today. We need to score first. Leicester short of confidence. Fans cheering Jorginho, telling Jorginho to shoot when he got possession of the ball. Saka up against this guy Christensen, who I haven't really seen play. Odegaard, here's a chance for Arsenal. Xhaka, left-hand side. Granit Xhaka, it's blocked at the near post corner. If he moved the ball a bit quicker there, it could have been dangerous. Yeah, no fake scores in the chat, people. No fake scores in the chat. He's got to be a bit quicker there, hasn't he, Granit? And we would have been in business. Curtis, have you seen Lisandro Martinez said Jesus is the toughest player he's faced so far? Decent. Always nice to hear players being complimented at Arsenal. He gave him problems, didn't he, that game? Corner to Arsenal, whipped in. It's headed away at the near post. Yeah, literally Xhaka mode, 27 pace. Ball out wide, Bossard. Finds Zinni. Wearing the armband, man. Do something quality today. Can see the Foxes turning you over. Nah, I don't think it's happening, man. I think we got them. Yeah, we're dominating possession. But, I don't get excited by possession. You got to hurt them. You got to score. Dodgy pass there, man. What was that? Ramsdale on the ball. Arsenal have had all of the ball so far. No, we never score from corners. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Ball out wide. Saka in the penalty area. Cuts in on the left. Saka shoots. It's blocked. Could he have used the overlap there? We're dominating possession all the way back to Ramsdale. It definitely don't matter. Listen, we've seen it. Nottingham Forest had 19% possession against Man City and drew the game. It means nothing. Saka challenges, ball up in the air. Here's Odegaard. It's very tight in there. Leicester got a lot of players back. They'll obviously be nervous about the fact they conceded 3 last week. Poor pass there by was it Xhaka? Goes out for a goal kick. Must-win game today. Anybody got any links in the chat? A lot of people asking. Feel free to share them. Keep an eye on the chat, people, if you're looking for a link. Some people saying that I'm quite far behind. Let me refresh. Let me refresh it and try and see if it catches up. Zinni's goal last week was from a short corner. Yeah, when's the last time Arsenal whipped a corner in and somebody headed it in? You just don't see it. I don't know why. We're terrible from corners. Gabriel scores the odd header. Apart from that, nobody really does. Big up Garbo. Maybe we have to use the short corner routine again, you know. Leicester on the ball now. One of their first chances. Tete, who looked dangerous last week for them against... So what we got today? Everton against Villa. Leicester, Arsenal, Leeds, Southampton, West Ham, Forest, Bournemouth, Man City at 5:30, and we got Palace, Liverpool at 7:45. So Saliba against Brentford, one of the last headers, was it? It seems as if Trossard and Martinelli at different times. I think Trossard looks like he's playing in like a false 9 role. Martinelli left-hand side. You're synced up with me now, Pat. Big up. AFTV is 2 minutes behind. Hey, come on, Robbie, man. Get the checkbook out, Rob. Sort it out. Keep it locked here, people. Big up Rob, though, but keep it locked. You can't be 2 minutes behind. You know what I mean? You need to know what's happening. Saka, right-hand side. keeps the ball, finds Odegaard. Bad said, Face is such a liability. We should put Saka on his shoulder. He's a B-Tech David Luiz, isn't he, you know? Polymation, I'm trying not to be too critical of Xhaka because we are top of the Prem, but boy, listen, I said the other day I need to start embracing the fact we're top. But at times it is still frustrating. Leicester on the counter-attack, 3-on-3 here, although we have got players back now. Iheanacho gets the ball out wide. Leicester on the attack. Dewsbury Hall, we force them back. We got players back there. It was a bit of a foul there. Make sure you smash the likes. Can we get 3K likes? We're 680 now away from 60K subscribers. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And let's keep growing the community, people. Don't forget, we're going to be streaming the Carabao Cup final tomorrow. Newcastle against Man United. Which is a big, big game, by the way. Yeah, looking forward to that. And Arsenal play Everton on Wednesday night. See, the problem there, we tried to play the ball up to Trossard. Doesn't hold it up there. And Iheanacho wins the ball back, gets it out wide. Here's Tete in the area. Early danger, gets to the byline. That's a goal kick. Brilliant tackle by Gabriel there. Really good tackle. And the ball comes off Tete. Had him backed up in the area there. Jorginho tried to lay the ball into Trossard's feet. Defender nicked it in front of him. And Leicester caught us on the attack. But good defending by Gabriel. See, the thing is there, Zinchenko pushes so high into midfield that if you get the ball out wide quickly against us, it forces our centre-back to be dragged out wide. So it's a little bit annoying that at times. Probably frustrating for them. Arsenal on the ball. Here's Zinchenko, left-hand side. 10 minutes gone. Arsenal been the better team. Can we create a big chance? Zinni, Xhaka and Jorginho are not a great fit when in the same team. All kind of slow the game down at times, don't they? Where, you know, you need somebody that speeds the game up. Here's Zinchenko, left-hand side. Odegaard comes across. Can we score early? Xhaka, good little ball into Zinchenko. A lot of football. Odegaard whips it in low. Good ball across the area. FaZe manages to clear it out. And Leicester get it away there. See, the only problem, we don't necessarily have that striker today who's going to make them runs across the 6-yard box. You know, a natural striker there. That ball from Odegaard is a decent cross. Nobody's making that run there. That's the only issue. You know, that would be a lot better if we had a striker there where probably with Trossard, he's going to sit back a little bit. They are a great fit. What are you on about? We're top of the league for a reason. But we haven't actually played Jorginho and Xhaka that many times this season. You know, we saw against Everton as well. There's games you need a bit more energy. Here's Trossard with a shot blocked by the defender, edge of the penalty area. We do look dangerous when we go forward. It's just whether we can score. I think if we can score early, Leicester will be in trouble. I think they'll struggle. What do you think about Tierney to Newcastle rumours? You could see why he would want to go. He'll start for them. He'll get good money. Newcastle's close to Scotland, where he's from. It would make sense. But they'd have to pay. I'll tell you that. They're not having him for cheap. I'd want at least... If Cucurella costs 60 million, Tierney's a better left-back than him. So I want dough for him. Ball whipped in for Leicester. Cleared to the back post. Good header there at the near post. Tete keeps it in. What Nketiah does well, you all miss now he's on the bench. Well, maybe, but we won't miss what he does bad. That's the problem. 50 million minimum. It's Arsenal selling though, isn't it? We'll probably get like 25, 30 million for Tierney. But does Tierney start after Dan Burn? I think he'll start ahead of Dan Burn. I know he's had a good season, but he ain't better than Tierney. Not as a left back. I think Dan Burn could probably end up playing at centre back. 6'4", 6'5". He's a bit slow on the turn, as you'll probably see tomorrow. We don't miss what he does bad. Exactly. Arsenal win the ball back. Martin Odegaard. Someone pull the trigger, please. We never shoot. Come on, Granit. Granit is he's the next one in line now who's starting to become very frustrating. Honestly, he's becoming, in recent weeks, Granit, decision making, and it's very, very frustrating. Dan Burns 6'7" apparently. Yeah, Granit, man, again, great position there to play a little slide through ball. Hits it straight at the defender. Them little moments. You play that ball right there, you're just pulling it across the area for a tapping. Frustrating, Granit, at the moment. I actually think when Thomas Partey is back available, he plays ahead of Xhaka at the moment. And Jorginho and Partey would be the midfield two for me. Xhaka only has one leg. Ward-Prowse would be good for Arsenal. Free kicks and corners, something Arsenal aren't great at. Ward-Prowse, I think the problem with Ward-Prowse is he's almost known as a set-piece merchant, where is his actual game good enough? I don't know, to be honest. I don't watch him often. He gets in the England squad. Southampton fans say he's a very good player. I think outside of being a Southampton fan, most people think he's just a set-piece specialist. So, Granit is drunk, says Hal Beast. Up the Magpies, yeah, we're all Alan Shearer FC tomorrow, I think. Who's the new Danish striker for Atalanta? Is that the young guy we've been linked with, I think? Xhaka and Zinchenko slow down Arsenal. Saka gets fouled there. Listen, I said it in the week. I think the Granit Xhaka new contract is worse than the El Neni one. Because with El Neni, it's sympathy. It's a year. He'll probably leave next summer. Granit's got 18 months left on his deal. There's no need for that new contract. Big up Nay in the chat. I'm the same. I don't know what else he does besides set pieces. He might be a better player than we give him credit for, Ward-Prowse. I don't watch Southampton enough to know how good he is. I remember last season I actually went to the Southampton game at home, and I thought he was very average outside of taking corners. But I don't know. Corner to Arsenal. Right hand side, in swinger. Saka will take it. Oh no, it's a goal kick. Sorry, I thought I went out for a corner. Yeah, Sidon's gone real quiet. I'm sure he'll pop up, or he might not pop up if we beat him. Curtis, will you do a watch along tomorrow for the final and see United lifting the trophy? Well, there will be a United lifting it because it's Newcastle United against Man United. Personally, listen, I think Man United will beat Newcastle, but you never know. Anything can happen in a final. I will be streaming the final tomorrow, so get involved. It'll be vibes. Trossard loses the ball there. Too deep. Way too deep. This is why, and I'm not just saying this to try and look clever after the event. I would like to see Martinelli through the middle, high up the pitch, playing on the shoulder. We're doing the Trossard thing like Lacazette, like come back and get the ball and defend. And you find often, oh, it's Saka. Move the ball there, Bakayo. You have to make your mind up quicker there. Corner to Arsenal. Driving across the penalty area, you've either got to pull the trigger or lay that off. What you can't do there is just keep running. What a pass that is from Jorginho, you're right. I actually didn't even realise that was him. That's an outstanding ball. Bakayo there, look, 1, 2, 3 options there. In the end, just runs into them. Corner to the Gunners. Great ball, Jorginho. Saka to take it. Takes it short to Martin Odegaard. Back to Saka. Lays it off. It's whipped in. It's all the way across goal. Comes to Xhaka, who keeps it in. Incredible ball from Jorginho, that was. Here's Trossard. Clips it to the back post. It's just that final ball, innit? Can we create that opportunity? Gabriel does well. Saka 25 yards out. Pull the trigger. Left foot. That's a terrible shot. Awful shot. The technique and the way he hit it was a little bit strange. I thought he was going to just try and bend that in the far corner. The Techers was all over the place. Maybe the 200 grand a week. he's got so much money in his pockets he can't shoot anymore. That technique is horrible, by the way. Great pass by Jorginho. Yeah, that was a great ball. Deserves credit for that. We've started well in terms of possession. We just need to create a few more chances. Did Newcastle manage to get a keeper? Apparently, Karius, he didn't break his hand in the end. Martinelli whips it in. Saka at the back post. It's flicked away. It's a corner. We're all over them. Come on. We've got them rattled, but you've got to score. When you're dominating possession like this, you need to score a goal. Ball's whipped in by Martinelli, looking for Saka. Christensen flicks it away, and it goes out for a corner. Cancels Saka's contract. Too much money. He's hitting the pigeons. Will they take it short again, people? Karius is a Real Madrid legend. Of course he is. Threw the ball straight at Benzi, didn't he? Odegaard, great ball. Edge of the area to Trossard. It's blocked. I do like them kind of corners, though. I don't mind being a bit creative. Ball's headed back in. Leicester headed up in the air. It's a bit dangerous. Martinelli does well. No! Behave! That's never a free kick. Shoulder to shoulder with that C-Tech David Luiz, man. Free kick to Leicester. Was he onside? I don't think that was a foul at all. Might have been offside. No, it's headed up by a Leicester player. Maybe it is in the back a little bit. I don't know. This game... I like the way we're playing, right? I really like the way we're playing, but I always feel like when you're dominating a game, you need to score. You need to score. You can't be just playing well and nothing's happening. You know, you got to score as well at the end of it. Very soft free kick. I like the short corners that we're doing, though. I like the short corners. Do something different. The worry is always that Leicester will probably have a spell in the game where they're doing well. Jorginho does well there. Wins the ball back. And Arsenal keep the ball. Here come Arsenal left-hand side. Xhaka. Decision-making needs to be quicker. See there, I don't think he has to go backwards there. Here's Jorginho, who's started the game nicely for us. I agree. I think Leicester are there for the taking today. Danny Ward in goal. Not great. Irby said, Curtis, in your opinion, who are two must signings for us this summer? I said it before, I think we need a Granit Xhaka upgrade. I think we need a midfielder that can get forward, that can run, that can score goals, that can shoot. Like I said, I'd take Milinkovic-Savic. The dream would be Bellingham, but of course that ain't going to happen. Here's Saka. Good little cross. What is that from Saka? Looked like a good little cross. What's going on, man? Is the contract curse back again, people? He can't shoot. He can't cross today. He's got too much money in his pockets. Terrible cross on his right foot. Clips it out for a goal kick. I think we need another midfielder. There aren't many positions in the team that we're desperate for, but I still think we could do with an attacking right back. I'd like to see another striker come in, I've got to be honest. I would like to see, as I've said, that plan B, that physical, Ivan Toney, Vlahovic, Osimhen, somebody like that. So we can play different at times. Here's Gabriel Martinelli, left-hand side, finds Zinchenko, gets the ball back. Can we create that big opportunity? Jorginho, brilliant ball, good, nice flick by Odegaard, but didn't get enough power. The edge of Leicester's penalty area is very congested. They've got a lot of players. They're pushing Iheanacho up. Everyone else is dropping back. Listen, they lost 3-0 last week. They're playing against the team top of the league. They're obviously going to try and make life difficult for us. We have to find a way of opening them up. Jacob said Ivan Toney is a must sign-in, tailor-made for this team. I think he is. Here's Saka, right-hand side, up against Christensen. Ball whipped into the area. That is a shocking ball in from Ben White. Loops it straight into the hands of Danny Ward, who kicks it quick, looking for Iheanacho, up against Gabby. There is no need to give them a throw in there. Surely he could have played that ball back. We've just got to be careful because we're dominating possession. But Leicester there will be points they'll hit us on the break. And if it's still 0-0, they'll still have confidence. And that's the problem. They are keeping 10 men in their half. Because at the end of the day, 0-0 at half time is good for them. They'll take that. They just want to stay in the game in the hope that they can nick it 1-0 at some stage. So the impetus is on Arsenal to go and score and go and, you know, because if you score against Leicester and you force them to attack you, they leave a lot of space then, and that's how you can score your goals. Long ball out wide, Ben White. Martinelli does well to keep it in. Left-hand side. We just can't create that great chance yet. Here's Zinchenko. Oh, looking for Xhaka, but it's blocked. And Leicester managed to play their way out there. They are parking the bus today. Make no mistake about it. And this is what happens when you're having a good season. There's been so many years that we've been to Leicester, especially when Vardy was playing. And Leicester have gone for us. They've really attacked us. And now they're struggling. They're in a relegation battle. And we're top of the league. They're going to sit back and say, try and break us down. We have to find ways of dealing with low blocks. You know, we've got, 15 games left, including this one. I reckon 7, 8 of them games will be played against low blocks. You know, if Arsenal are playing against Southampton, Leeds, Bournemouth, Everton, although Everton didn't at home, these teams are going to put low blocks. Here's Saka, finds Martinelli. It's not an easy position. It's a poor pass. Granit Xhaka does well. Pulls it back. No one's there. There's no one there. It's not actually a bad ball in. Saliba and Gabriel are doing well. They are. They are. Definitely need a top number 8 all day long. Is Martinelli in the area? Xhaka lays it off edge of the area. Jorginho looking out wide. It's another corner to Arsenal. We're dominating possession, but we need the goal. Jorginho, for me, has been one of our best players today. He really has. I think he gets the ball. He can pick a pass. He keeps the ball. And he's doing well, but we need to score. We need to score a goal. You know, the longer it goes on, the more nervous I am. It's a corner to Arsenal. Can we finally score from a corner? Saka to take it. Will we take it short or will he whip it in? Saka whips it in. It's up in the air. Danny Ward flaps at it. Comes to the edge of the area. It's Trossard. It's Trossard! Leandro Trossard! Yeah! Get in there! Trossardinho! A.K.A. Bossard! What a finish! Yes! Whips it into the far corner. That is a fantastic goal. Yes! Come on! What a finish! Danny Ward's flapping there. What a finish that is. Yes! Great goal. What a hit, son. Corner was whipped in. Danny Ward, what's he complaining for? Ball comes out to Trossard. Shifts it out his feet. What a goal. What a goal. Bossard. That is an outstanding finish. Get in there. Yes. That is a brilliant goal. What a finish. Bends it into the far top corner. And Arsenal take the lead. Well deserved. We've been far the better team. What a goal. Amazing finish. Bossard with the goal. Bends it in the far top corner. Danny Ward's complaining. There's no way it was a foul. Oh, ref, don't. Just don't. He's going over to look. He's going over to look at the screen. Are you joking me? Please, don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's never, ever a foul in a million years. Oh, he gives him a, I'm telling you now, he gives him a little elbow in the stomach. I'm going to be honest. Ben White gives him a little elbow. Oh, no. Ben White flings his arm, don't he? He flings his arm at him. I can see it. He hits him in the stomach. How stupid can you get? No goal. No goal. Oh. Ben White, you absolute donut. I'm sorry, we can't complain about that. Why did Ben White elbow him? There's no need for it. That's shambolic. That I'm sorry, like I know Arsenal fans love to blame referees. He does not need to foul him. He's tried to do the dark arts. Silly. Absolutely. Oh, he grabbed his arm. It wasn't the elbow, no. Why? I get it though. When you're in the area, sometimes it's a little scuffle, but that is so frustrating. So frustrating. Back to 0-0. Trossard deserved that. That's going to hype Leicester up, man. Never a foul, soft foul. Courtesy didn't foul him. So it was the grab of the keeper's arm. I thought he hit the goalkeeper. I thought it was the little, like, it looks like he flings his arm. So it's the grab of, that's soft then. If he's not even giving that one, that's a soft one. That ref couldn't wait to give that either. If he didn't give that, I don't understand. He was holding his arm, apparently. I didn't even see that one. Bossard robbed. Jeez, people. We carry on. We go again. We go again, people. 30 minutes gone in the game. And still Arsenal 0, Leicester now. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated now because where is the foul? Well, I thought it was the little arm swing. But people are saying it's for the hold. Iheanacho's in, but he's offside here, surely. He's got to be offside. It's an amazing finish, but that's not going to count. Iheanacho scored, but he's offside. But he's still... That rule is so stupid, by the way. Because why does the linesman not just play on, not just put the flag up? There's going to be a time where they allow you to play on and a player gets injured doing that. Because you play on, someone's going to run back, put a challenge in to try and stop him, and then the linesman puts his flag up. It doesn't make no sense. It's such a stupid rule, that. It's Saliba for Arsenal. I'm so disappointed. Trossard deserved that goal. Bends it in the far top corner, man. It would have been a great goal for him. Arsenal on the ball. It's given away. Trossard again. That was not a foul. Some people saying it is a foul. Is Martinelli left-hand side. Garbo said, so soft looks worse in slow motion. It does, don't it? It always looks worse in slow motion. Ball with Tim back post. Arsenal asking for a penalty here. Arsenal are asking for a penalty. Ball still in play. We'll probably get a VAR check when it goes out. Is Martin Odegaard. Arsenal bopping the ball around. Oh, great football. If we ever score from this. Oh, Odegaard's shot is blocked. I just want the ball to go out. I just want the ball to go. Just kick the ball out of play, please. People are asking for a pen. Right, what's going on? VAR check for a penalty. VAR check for a penalty to Arsenal. What were they appealing for? Where was it? Saka, I think. Let me see it. I'm sorry, that's a penalty. I might be biased. That to me looks like a penalty. The defenders actually fell on him. He's rugby tackling him. What is this? The Six Nations? That's a pen. That is a pen. But guess what? We won't get it. Of course we won't get it. Is the ref going to go? Nah, of course he ain't. He's not even going to go to his screen and look at it. At least go and have a look at it. That's all I want. I want the ref to go and have a look at it on the screen. Why don't they look at the screen? I don't like to have a go at refs, you know. If you watch this channel a lot, I don't often blame referees. I don't. I always think you have to handle business yourself. But surely go and look at the screen. Great footwork by Odegaard, who's fouled it. I just don't get how he doesn't look at that. I don't understand that. How is that not a penalty on Saka? He's rugby tackled him. I thought I was watching the Six Nations. How is that not a penalty on Saka? Blatant foul. I don't get that. Somebody has to explain that to me. We're not a league favourite. We're really not. And like I said, I don't like blaming refs and VAR. But, bruv, I just want him to look at it. Your screen's there. Go and have a look. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, Six Nations, France against England or something. Lee Mason's back at Stanley Park. He snuck in with a wig on. He snuck in there, man. He takes him clean out. He actually falls over on top of him. It's mad. Why do they hate us? Because we're invincible? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're not the media lovey-doveys, are we, man? Look at the press. When you turn on Sky, most of the pundits are Liverpool and Man United. You know, that's how it is. Throw into Arsenal. I'm so disappointed that we're drawing this game. This is what the complaint is with Saka. Just give the calls when they occur. You're right. You're right. I hear you. Clear bias against us. It's too blatant. I just don't. If the referee goes and looks at the screen and decides it's not a pen, I wouldn't be happy, but I'd be like, at least you've done your job and had a look and tried to work it out. He's just saying no. No pen. All right, cool. Is that it then? You're not going to use the screen. What a ball that is from Ben White into Saka. Back to Ben White. Benny Blanco. Saka. We should be 1-0 up. There's no way we should be drawing this game 0-0. Here's Odegaard. They have literally got 10 players behind the ball. Iheanacho's up front. All of the others are basically on the edge of their penalty area. This is going to be a hard game, honestly. But once you do go 1-0 up, I think we can get 2 or 3. Here's Zinchenko. 25 yards out. Great ball. Martinelli in the area. Left-hand side up against Barnes. Skips him. Aye! Barnes actually done well to stay with him. Oh, Martinelli, man. Oh, wasted it, bruv. Get the cross in. Why does he take so long to cross that ball in? Leicester on the break. Iheanacho. So annoying that is from Martinelli there. Oh, Iheanacho does good footwork there. It's slowed down. I don't know why Martinelli didn't cross that. He got a yard on. Barnes chips it into the area. Oh, it's cleared away. And here's Martinelli again. Martinelli's biggest problem is not lifting up his head. He has to lift his... Look, even there, bro. Just runs the ball out of play. Use your brain, fam. You know what? I love Martinelli as a player, you know. Use your mind. Martinelli wants 100... Bro, he's got it. 180k a week. You can't play with your head down. You just can't. You know, not when you're playing against good players. You've got to, you know, lift your head up. See the picture, what's happening around you. Just gets the ball and just run. Dun, 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 dun. Man just runs, fam. Leicester on the attack now. Leicester will be absolutely delighted to be 0-0. They'll be delighted. They've got a player down injured at the moment. Leicester will be delighted with this 0-0. I'm very frustrated with it. Premier League scores. Every game in the Prem is 0-0 at the moment. I'm just looking at the stats in the Arsenal game. Arsenal have had... How much possession? We've dominated the ball. I would expect we've had a lot of possession. Arsenal have had 71% possession according to this. So we're dominating the game, but the only stat that matters, people, 0-0. That's all that matters. Big C half time. Mikel should just play 2-pack. Me against the world. That's it. You know, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We just got to win the game. Should be 1-0 with a penalty to possibly make it 2-0. Game should be done and dusted. I actually want to watch that Ben White one again. I don't understand why that goal was disallowed, because I thought Ben White hit the goalkeeper. But people are saying that he was grabbing his arm or something. I didn't even see that. So I wouldn't mind watching that back again. Trossard was robbed, people are saying. Marquinhos has just scored for Norwich. Fair play to him. Yellow card for Martinelli. What's going on? It's going from bad to worse. He loses possession. Tete gets it. Yeah, it's silly. It's just silly. Honestly, Martinelli. Use your loaf. Use your brain, fella. He has to play with his brain more, otherwise he won't go as far as he can. 180 grand a week, 4.5 year deal. Now there's more pressure to perform. When you're sitting on that 50, 60k a week contract at Arsenal, people won't put crazy pressure on you, even though they rate you highly as a player. Now he's on 180, we're going, okay, I really need to see some performances from you now, bro. You're the second highest earner at the football club. He's got to perform better than this. Otherwise, he'll find himself on the bench when Jesus comes back, and he may play Trossard on the left because Trossard keeps the ball better. But hey, it is what it is. ESR, if he's fit. No, but they're just showing you the goal again. I thought it was for the arm that kind of swings. I'm looking now. Is he grabbing his right arm? I mean, now I see the foul by Ben White. He hit him, didn't he? It was the hit. I'm sure he swings his arm back, though, and makes contact with him in, like, his stomach area. That's what I thought the foul was for. Ball in the area. It's headed away. Goes out for a corner to Arsenal. People saying he grabbed his arm. He's literally holding his hand. It's one of them that if there's no VAR, you get away with it, right? The ref didn't see it. You get the goal and you celebrate. The problem with VAR now, you zoom in, it's slow motion. You can't get away with it. That's the problem. I promise you, Curtis, he held his glove down as Ward tried to jump. Yeah, you can't get away with it. There's no point making contact with a goalkeeper in the Premier League because it's going to be a free kick all the time. What on earth was that corner, by the way? Was that as Martinelli headed that out? Nelly's having a stinker. It feels like we've got Nelly Furtado on the left. Look at that from Martin. He tried to flick it on. It hit him on his back and went out for a goal kick. I don't know what's going on. I'd rather have Nelly the rapper on the left wing. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going off with Martinelli today. This money's weighing him down. That 180 is going on, causing mayhem for him. It's definitely a goal in Sunday League. Grab of the goalkeeper's arm. You get away with that. This is not Martinelli's night. Well, all day, actually. It's a day game, but Nelly Furtado says. Big up to Matt. I'm a Man U fan. It's time to respect Eddie. I've always respected Eddie. I thought in 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Trading Places, Delirious, Raw, Nutty Professor. I think Eddie Murphy's been one of the best actors of all time. I've always respected Eddie, Matt. I've always respected it. All right, Eddie and Ketty, I hear you, but, given away by Zinchenko. What is that? It's very frustrating, this game now, because for me, we should be 1-0 up at least. And at 0-0, anything can happen, Nelly will be having a dilemma. You can get away with it, Gabriel, at Newcastle. Appreciate the super chat, Sniper. Golden Child, that was a good film as well, man. That was a good film. Keep the faith, Team Martinelli. I'm trying, man. He's having a bad day at the office, though, and here he is again. Could make it a good day at the office now in the area. What on earth is going on here, man? Like, has somebody paid him off? He's having an absolute Freddy Krueger here. What kind of shot is that? Where's the composure, bro? You're one-on-one with the defender. You're not going to score from that angle. Just pull it across goal. He's having a stinker. Honestly, I love Martinelli. He's been Space Jammed. I don't know if it's the Michael Jordan Space Jam or the LeBron James, but I'm convinced Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, they've taken his power away from him. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. He's having a stinker today. You deserve this for the Eddie criticism. Listen, Eddie ain't done much better the last few games anyway. But, yeah, Martinelli's performance is worrying me. He's not playing well, and he's on a yellow card. Man said Ricky Martinelli. Man says she bangs. Oh, the way she moves. Oh man, the way she looks like a butterfly and stings like a bee. If you know, you know, man. Old school pop music, man. It was on the radio, people. Forgive me. I wasn't listening to hip hop every day. In the car, I had to listen to Radio 1. It was crazy, people. We heard a few Ricky Martin tracks back in the day. Big ol' Alfred. Super Chat said, no, it's the coach's fault. Trying to play a man who isn't a natural dribbler as a winger. Trossard is better suited for the wing. He's a turn and shoot guy. I did say for me, I would be playing Martinelli up front. Is Trossard in the area? Ah, it's given away, man. Jeez. Yeah, man, a little bit of Ricky Martin. I told you, people, information and entertainment. Anything can happen at any moment on this channel. You know that. Big up Curtis, do you think we're going to win this game? I'm hoping so. We're dominating, but I would be frustrated if I was Mikel Arteta, because you shouldn't be dominating like this and not winning, you know? The music knowledge is nuts. Anything can happen, bro, at any given moment. 1 minute we're in Queensbridge listening to Mobb Deep. The next we're in, you know, we're in a nightclub singing Ricky Martin. Anything can happen. Jorginho is class. He's been one of our best players for sure. Quality on the ball. Better than Xhaka, in my opinion. Free kick to Arsenal. The false nine thing ain't working. It's not. Just swap Trossard and Martinelli. Give them 10 minutes to do something else. It's not rocket science. Free kick to the Gunners. I need that Sizzler settings. Just what? No, it better not be one of those days, though. So I can't sing that. Get Smith Rowe on at half-time. Ball whipped in. Arsenal appealing again for a penalty. We're not going to get it, are we? Gabriel was complaining, but the ref says play on. Why does Trossard goal not count after the Ben White incident? It was seconds after. Seconds before, though, wasn't it? The foul was before the goal, so then they will go back and disallow it. False nine is overrated. 2 minutes till half-time, people. Very disappointed that we're actually drawing this game 0-0, really. For me, we should have had a penalty. We had a disallowed goal. Great goal from Trossard. I actually think it was a foul from Ben White. Now I just saw it again. It's dark arts. He's trying to just do what you would get away with 9 times out of 10. But as soon as you get VAR involved, you won't get away with it. Iheanacho with a good ball. Ramsdale manages to collect it. 0 chance of VAR doing their job. I just honestly, like I said, I'm not even gonna speak about it too much. For me, it's a penalty on Saka, but what can we do? It's not gonna happen. We cannot drop points in this game. Leicester do not look great. Ball over the top. Phase does well. Here's Trossard, left-hand side. Can we score? A minute till the end of the half. Xhaka finds Jorginho, 30 yards out. Odegaard goes back into traffic. Stitches Jorginho up there. And the ball goes out of play for Leicester. It's going to be half-time. I'm actually disappointed that we're drawing this game. There's no way we should be drawing this game. Should be winning. Leicester are literally camped in their own half. Iheanacho's up there by himself. They're barely trying to get forward. And the half-time whistle goes, people. Half-time whistle goes. Arsenal 0. Leicester 0. I actually think we've played well, but you've got to win. You can't play well and not win. One thing I would say, I don't think we've tested the goalkeeper enough, in my opinion. That would be something I would say. Danny Ward is not a great goalkeeper. You've got to ask more questions of him. Let's see what he's saying at half-time, people. Let me end the timer. We'll get that back on for the second half. They all look out of sorts. Was it a foul on the keeper? I think it was, personally. I think it's dark arts that you would usually get away with. Garbo said this ref is probably Lee Mason's understudy. Makes howlers in every game, not just Arsenal's. Appreciate that, bro. Alfred said Jorginho has been our best player since the World Cup. I don't think since the World Cup, we can't say that. You know, we didn't sign him till the last day of January. He's only actually been here for 3 weeks. I don't think we can dismiss what happened for all of I think probably Gabriel's been our best player since the World Cup. And Saka's hit form. But he has been good since he joined. Trossard is better with the ball at his feet, not running around hoping for a pass to come. I hear you. For me, I would switch Martinelli and Trossard and play Trossard out wide. Because when he gets in them little tight spaces, I feel like he's a bit more productive with the ball. Let's get the tweet out. Dominant first half, but disappointed. We aren't winning. Haven't tested the keeper enough. I would swap Trossard and Martinelli. As Martinelli is struggling. And Xhaka is moving the ball a bit slow. Moving the ball a bit slow. Jorginho, impressive. Must-win game. I'm telling you, I'm a little bit nervous about that second half now. I can't lie. I'm a little bit nervous because it feels like one of them games. If we don't score, you know, it can come back to bite us, you know. What do you think at half-time, people? Saka don't have a good game. His end product hasn't been good enough today. Trossard's goal should have stood. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not even going to cap. I think Ben White fouls him. I didn't think so at the start, but I think he probably does foul him. I think it's a little bit unnecessary. That's what's frustrating about it. He doesn't really need to foul him. Natty said it's that time. Is it? Do we need Eddie back on the pitch, people? Do we need Eddie up front? At least he makes runs, but I think you got to put Martinelli up front. He's struggling on the left. His end product today has been really poor, man. This has to be the worst Leicester team. How have Arsenal not scored? We have not been good today. Leicester don't want to get out their own half. Dominant first, though. Disappointed we aren't winning. I haven't tested the keeper in our structure. Struggling, Jack has made the ball. Jorginho impressed. Yeah, this Leicester team has been poor. That was a clear foul on the keeper, which was totally unnecessary. I mean, I'm just looking at the Saka foul, though, man. I don't get how that defender gets away with that. He's grabbed him. I mean, you can't see it properly because the keeper's in the way, but he actually falls on him. Crazy. I've got no idea how that's not given. Put Martinelli up front and put Trossard on the left for me. 100%. Martinelli's having a tough day at the office. I think Saka's one should have been a penalty. I think the disallowed goal was probably right to be disallowed. I think that Ben White does foul the goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. I think Saka's one is a foul and a penalty. The fact the ref doesn't even go and look at it is absurd. Ruway said, if that's a foul on the keeper, then what do we call the defender? Hanging on Saka should have been 100%. And that's what I'm saying. We should have had the pen. So we would, we'd have taken that. Big up to Ruway. John said Martinelli couldn't trap a ball. Shocking. He's had a poor game today. I don't know what's happened to him since the World Cup. I don't think he's had one. I wouldn't say since the World Cup, but I would say for the whole of this month, I don't think Martinelli's played well. He has been struggling. But big up to John with the super chat. Ram said, Big C, therapy needed tomorrow. I hope not. Simo said, would have been a soft pen, correct decision. We just ain't been good enough. I think it's a pen. He runs into the back of him. He's got his arm around him. And then he falls on him. You know, if you're disallowing what Ben White's done, then surely you got to give what Saka's done. But listen, let's not get caught up in the referee. Let's concentrate on ourselves. Curtis Shaw 9. Curtis Shaw number 9 at the end is the Twitter handle. Big up to Anthony. Zamir said Martinelli is so poor, get him out and bring Nketiah on. Well, maybe we might have to at some stage. Let's concentrate on ourselves. Going forward, dominating the ball, getting in good areas. Martinelli wasteful, playing with his head down. Sometimes just slow it down and pass. Don't always run and lose the ball and try shoot from tight angles when there's no shot there. Saka for me has been a little bit wasteful as well. I think going forward he looks dangerous. But I don't think his end product has been great either. Trossard not getting the ball enough. He's working hard. He's dropping in the pockets. Scored a magnificent goal. I wish it would have stood. Would have given him a massive boost. Odegaard's getting on the ball. I think Granit Xhaka's been a little bit sloppy today. Too slow at moving the ball. Definitely feel we need a better number 8 in the summer. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Smith Rowe in that role. And Jorginho's been one of our best players. Keeps the ball, plays them little threaded passes. But we need somebody in that front three to be doing more for us if we're going to win this game. This situation that we found ourselves in, we are going to find ourselves in this situation a number of times this season. Clubs will look at Arsenal. They'll go, you know what, that front three is quick. They're top of the Prem. They score goals. Let's put 10 players on the edge of the box and see if they can break us down. So Arsenal can't feel sorry for themselves. We can't start blaming the ref, even though I don't rate the ref. And we can't start saying, yeah, but it's a low block. They lost 3-0 last week to Man United. They're not going to come and play Arsenal, top of the Prem, and open up and try and have a go at us because they're afraid that we'll pick them off. And let's face it, the way that teams have took points off Arsenal in the last few weeks is by creating a low block, forcing us to cross, which we're not great at winning crosses, and then they hit us on the counter-attack. He will be in there at half-time, Brendan Rodgers saying, well done. We're looking at Leicester going, that football stinks. But he will be saying, well done, because he'll be saying, listen, you'll probably get one chance in this game. So we need to step up. If you want to win titles, you've got to break down these low blocks, right? We can't feel sorry for ourselves. We can't blame refs. Listen, do I think it was a penalty on Saka? Yes, I do. But nobody cares about that at the end of the season. All they do is inscript on that trophy champions and the name. They don't say referee didn't give you a penalty on February the 25th. Nobody cares, right? And that's the reality. That's the ruthless nature of winning titles. Go there today. This is a poor Leicester team that don't look like they've got a lot going forward. We're dominating possession. They have to win this game, Arsenal. They have to. This is not a good Leicester team. Their confidence looks low. They don't look like they're a threat going forward. Arsenal need to score. Then you force Leicester to attack you a little bit. Then you get even more space to pick them off. So we need to score. We need to score. A number of players are not playing well enough. Would have been a soft penalty. I actually don't think it would. I think he's grabbed him. But I hear you. Marquinhos has scored for Norwich. Well done to him. We need a goal here. It's 0-0 in every Premier League game, so I wouldn't be staying up too late to watch Match of the Day tonight, that's for sure. Everton 0, Villa 0, Leeds 0, Southampton 0, West Ham 0, Forest 0, and obviously Leicester 0, Arsenal 0. Bournemouth against Man City at 5:30 and Crystal Palace Liverpool at 7:45. Tomorrow it's Tottenham Chelsea and then Newcastle against Man United in the Carabao Cup final. I look at that game today. And like I said, Martinelli is not playing well. I don't think Saka's end product's been good enough. I don't think Trossard's had the ball enough. I don't know if this false nine thing is necessarily working. False nines work when you've got their defence and you've got their midfield and this space between it. How many times have you seen Firmino drop into that space, get the ball on the half turn, and then the wingers get going? They're playing so deep that I don't think there's a lot of space for Trossard to actually get on the ball between the lines, which for me, I would move Trossard over to the left because I think he plays a bit more intelligent. And I would put Martinelli through the middle and say play on the last defender and try and stretch them. You have to play football a certain way for a false nine to work. False nine only work with Pep, says John. Well, yeah, he's the master of it, isn't he? Eddie off the bench might be the winner. I hope so. I don't mind who scores. Chris said spot on, Big C. I appreciate it. Matt said, I've only seen Messi and Firmino do it consistently well. You got to be really clever getting between the lines. Anthony said, our fan base cry about refs and VAR too much, always looking for a scapegoat. Victim complex. We're much better than Leicester and are completely dominating the ball. Let's make it count. If I'm Mikel Arteta, yeah, CHB, I am doing a watch-along for the final tomorrow. If I'm Mikel Arteta at half-time, I'm saying, listen, penalty or not, disallowed goal or not, you should not leave this stadium today without 3 points in your bag. That Leicester team, what I've just watched in the first 45 minutes, that's one of the worst Leicester teams I've seen in the Premier League. I'm being serious. Like, they've had Vardy and all these people over the years. That Leicester team today that we have just watched in the first 45 was shocking. They got 10 players on the edge of the box. They're playing one long ball up to Iheanacho. They've got nothing. They've got nothing, right? They will grow into the game the longer it's 0-0, though. They'll think, you know what? Let's get a few more players forward and try and nick it, maybe from a corner, maybe from a set piece. Arsenal need to score and finish them off early. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Let's not cry about referees. We've dominated the game. We've got to ask more questions of this goalkeeper because for me, he hasn't been tested enough. Danny Ward. 3 shots off target in the first half. It's just we got to do better. We got 74% possession, 5 corners. Leicester have had 26% possession and no shots and no corner kicks. They're basically doing the mannequin challenge. Remember that song? That girl is a real crowd pleaser. They're doing the mannequin challenge. They're not moving. We haven't done enough. We got to ask more questions of that goalkeeper. I don't rate him. A lot of you talking about Danny Ward. I do not rate the guy. So Arsenal have to fix up. If we do not come out of that stadium with 3 points, we've only got ourselves to blame because I'm sorry. That Leicester team are stinking out the gaff. But Brendan Rodgers will be delighted with 0-0 because he'll think one chance, one set piece, anything can happen. Sack said the front 3 are dropping stinkers. You're not wrong. I would give Trossard a little bit of sympathy because I don't think that false 9 role is working today. I don't think we're moving the ball well. And he scored a great goal that should have counted if it wasn't for a stupid foul. So I give him a little bit of sympathy. But Gabby Martinelli's having an absolute stinker today. He really is not at it. And Saka's end product hasn't been there either, people. Really hasn't. Big up to everyone in the community. We're at 1,000 likes already by half-time. Fantastic support as always. Can we get to 3,000 likes? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 60k maybe in the next 7 days. Craig David settings, people. Annie said, without sounding negative, Big C, this is poor. We should be winning. No point dominating if we ain't doing nothing with the ball. It's true. It's true. It's all about the end result, isn't it? If we win this game 2-0, no one talks about the first half. We say 2-0, job done, see you on Wednesday. It needs to be one of them. This is a results business over performance. We need to win. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Sadly, Martinelli ain't a game changer like Saka. I looked at Martinelli at the start of the season, right? That first few months before the World Cup. And I thought, you know what? He's ready to explode as a player. He's come back from the World Cup. And something just isn't right with him at the moment. I think he's becoming so predictable. He's playing with his head down. He just needs, just please. If I ever meet Martinelli and say, bro, you are such a good player. Just lift your head up a little bit more. Pep used to say it all the time about Foden. You can't play football at one speed. You can't just be... Everything with him is 100 miles an hour. Beep, beep. Road runner. Do you know what I mean? Just calm down a little bit. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Is the second half underway? I've had a nightmare. I've had an absolute nightmare. People are telling me there's a goal as well. Don't do it. Just as I'm criticising him, I think we've got a goal, people. Let's go live over to Jeff Shreves. What's happening, Jeff? There's been a goal at Arsenal, people. Gabriel Martinelli has scored. Just as I'm slandering him, Arsenal have taken the lead. I haven't even seen the goal. He's on the floor injured. Now, let me tell you, that Gabriel Martinelli, what a player. Since the World Cup, he's been absolutely fantastic. I don't know what it is, but he's a different player since the World Cup. I haven't seen the goal. I didn't even know what happened. What's concerning me here, though, he's on the floor holding his leg. All the players are around him. Arsenal have taken the lead. I haven't even seen the goal. Commentators curse. Reverse psychology. I know what I'm doing here, people. Remember that time I called Messi Ryan Fraser and then he bent one in the top corner? You know how that one goes. Here we go. Martinelli into the penalty area. Lovely finish. Thierry Henry finish. Gabriel whacks it in the air. It's granite, isn't it? Oh, it's Trossard. Aye, Trossard, is that a nutmeg assist? Are you mad? Martin, look at Trossard. Look at Trossard. Oh, no, don't go anywhere. Are you seeing what Bossard's just done to him? Oh, my days. I think he's twisted his ankle. Aye. We do not need that. What an assist from Trossard. Nutmegs the defender. Oh no, has he done his ankle? He's still on the floor. What happened? Trossard's such a good player. Should be a red. Is it the ankle or the knee? I'm looking at it now. Oh, Trossard just bodying, man. What happened to him? It's the ankle, innit? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't want to start talking about referees and VAR. He stamped on his knee. Why are we not checking this? Are you telling me Ndidi can't avoid his knee there? He's stamped on his right knee. The ref's not even going to check it. I think he's all right, though, by the way. I don't think he's coming off. I'm actually happier it's a stamp. I thought he twisted his left ankle. He still may have to come off. Gabriel Martinelli with the goal. Oh, my days. I can't believe it. I was slandering him. The game had kicked off and he'd scored. Commentators curse. No VAR check. Arsenal lead anyway. Get in there. Let's go. Arsenal take the lead. How is that not a red card? Did he get a yellow? What an assist from Trossard. Don't sleep on that step over. Outside of the foot nutmeg on their defender. He's bodied him there. It's funny, isn't it? Martinelli stunk out the gaff first 45. Scores, but look where the goal comes from. Trossard on the left. Martinelli making the run inside in more of the striker's position. Gets himself the goal. We said it at half time. It's just a collision. Simo, you telling me he can't avoid his knee? I don't know. I'm not. You called it Big C play him up top. Look at the position it came from. You know? Did he not even get a yellow for that, people? You're joking. Don said, Curtis, I deleted my tweet about Martinelli. The game is the game, Don. Just delete it. It never happened. Don't go anywhere. Alfred, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Alfred been screaming the longest, you know, about playing Martinelli up top. A striker's finish, don't have to take nobody on. Straight run onto the ball and finish. And the pace is devastating. We said it bare times. Listen, a lot of the time as a striker, especially when you're quick, you get in goal-scoring positions where you don't have to think. It's instinctive. You run, you get there, you finish. Theo Walcott did it a lot for Arsenal. There's loads of strikers who do it. When you play out wide, and sometimes you're in 2v1 situations, you got to think. You got to be intelligent. Do I pass? Do I move? Can I get past both? Do I cross it? Do I shoot? There are a lot more situations that happen in that wide position. I think Martinelli should just be last defender, try and help him improve his back to goal, and get him in behind. Pace. You'll put people on the back foot as well, because they'll be scared to leave space behind them. 1-0 to the Gunners. I feel so much better now, by the way. Let's go, man. Let's get the second goal. We score again, this Leicester team disappears, in my opinion. Martinelli tends to score just after you slander him. I think maybe I should, diss him a little bit more. Then we get another one. My bad, Gabby. My bad. I did not understand your game, Gabby. My bad. But we did say it. We did say it. Play him through the middle. We said it at half-time. And look, just listen to us, Mikel. We'll lead you to that title. If you need us to lead you to the title, we'll lead you to the title. Kimani said, I missed the goal. Bro, I can't believe it. I was there busy slandering the brother. And the man was slotting it into the bottom corner. Good finish as well. Josh said, we still don't rate Arteta's half-time team talks enough. Yeah, probably deserves some credit for that, to be honest, because Jorginho said at Villa, his team talk was instrumental. Ball was crossed in by Barnes there, I'm telling you. Zinchenko is lucky that Tete can't reach that. Goes out for a throw. Big up to Josh. Nelly took off the Air Forces. Yeah, he put the football boots back on, man. Garbo, thank you for the super chat. Craig Pawson having a mere soft foul for Trossard's goal. Indeed, he should have had a red. Penalty not given. Even the refs are against us this season. Listen, let's just win. Let's just win. Win our games. Don't care about the ref. But big up to Garbo. Good teams don't blame refs. They handle business. They win regardless. Xhaka's down on the floor now. Billy said you're mocking AFTV for being 2 minutes behind and you're like 3 or 4. Nah, bro. I think I'm not far off, I'm definitely not 2 minutes behind. That's for sure, Billy. Relax yourself. Arteta light bulb treatment at half time. Xhaka looks tired. Would be good to see ESR on. Free kick to the Gunners. Left-hand side. Left-hand side. Xhaka's been poor since the World Cup. He looks tired, man. He looks very tired. Ball taker short is Martinelli. Martinelli in the area. Whips it. Oh, if he could have got that across the area, would have been a chance. People saying I'm about 10 seconds behind. There we go. We're not far. 2 minutes, bro. Relax. Get Emil Smith. Get Emil. I love Nando Smith Rowe on. Maybe he's having some chicken on the bench. You know what I mean? Time for Fabio Vieira to come on, people are saying. I think we need a second goal. We need a second goal. Here is Odegaard. I feel so much better at 1-0. So much better. Here's Ben White. If we get the second, I think this game's set a match. Martinelli. I'm saying Martinelli went toilet at half time, came out faster. People saying Ben White looks quicker. If we get 2, we could probably make changes. Bear in mind, we got a game on Wednesday against Everton. It would be good to maybe not bring Partey on unless Partey needs 20 minutes for fitness. Saka never seems to really come off. So if we go 2-0 up, I think we could maybe take a couple off. Pat said you should feel bad for all that Martinelli stand. It was reverse psychology, Pat. You know how we do it here. Here's Martin Odegaard. Finds Ben White. Arsenal still keeping possession well. Jorginho whips it to the back post, headed away. Arsenal still dominating possession. Still dominating possession. Here's Granit Xhaka. Finds Zinni. The captain. Captain Zinni. Ball whipped in. Trossard's looking good now. Ball whipped in. Martinelli. Finds Saka. Is that offside? Is that offside, people? He's off. Saka has scored, but the flag's up. Lovely move there, man. Jeez. Please be onside on VAR. Just something malfunction. Don't use the lines. Don't use the lines. Martinelli's off. Saka was on. I mean, that looks close, by the way. I think he's just... the upper half of his body is just in front. Please be onside. Just something go wrong and malfunction. 2-0 finishes them off. Lovely little ball into Martinelli. Crosses it to Saka. Yeah, he's offside, people. Hold your horses. No goal. And, yeah, just the upper body was offside. It was close. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. 10 minutes gone in this second half. Again, while Leicester looks so flat, we need to score again. Leicester on the attack. Here's Harvey Barnes, left-hand side. Up against Gabriel in the penalty area. Good tackle by Saliba. I've been impressed with the two centre-backs today. Really impressed with the two centre-backs. They've been solid. People are getting at me what happened 10 minutes ago. And listen, as I said, Ross, I was just trying to inspire Gabriel Martinelli to do better. And in fact, as I said, Mikel, I'm expecting at least 5%. We said that front three, and we said play Martinelli through the middle, and he scored. So, you know, all mind games, my friend. Beautiful football. It was very good football. AFTV have just got to the goal. Robbie, sort it out, fella. Sort it out, Rob. Sort it out. Saliba and Gabriel, light training session. They've been excellent today. Really good. Great ball, Ben White. Saka, oh, crosses block. Come on, you Gunners. Do you know what? We've played well today. We've moved the ball very well. It's just the goals that haven't been there. If we get that second goal, I think, like I said at half time, we win this game 2 or 3-0. Nobody cares about that first half. It's a solid performance. If we can keep a clean sheet, score a couple of goals, win the game, it's another one. You just tick it off, pat on the back, see you Wednesday. We're shameless over here, Curtis. We're definitely unapologetic. We never apologise. You know how this community is. Enjoy it, embrace it. Oh, ball given away, edge of the box. Odegaard on the ball. Oh, great ball into Saka in the area. On his left foot. Zinni cuts inside. Zinchenko whips it. Save Danny Ward. Comes back out. Oh, he didn't quite get it far enough in the corner. Retain possession. We're absolutely dominating this game. We have to score the second. Have to. We're all over them. We're playing some lovely football. We really are. Zinchenko. Little triangles all over the place. Odegaard, great touch. Come on, let's get the second goal. Good shot there by Zinchenko. Tried to bend it in the far corner. Zinni with a great ball to Xhaka. Absolute domination here. Zinchenko, 30 yards out. Hey, ref, that's got to be a free kick. Free kick to Arsenal. We are popping Leicester. This is great football. We are playing some lovely football. Need the second goal. Really good to watch. Honestly, really good. I actually think we're more exciting to watch than Man City. I think Man City play the ball a little bit too much. But, you know, who's going to take this free kick? This is where we could do with Ward-Prowse, right? It's Martinelli and Odegaard over the ball. We're definitely cooking. We're definitely cooking. Who takes the free kick? I mean, it's on the left-hand side, so it would suit a right footer, you would think, more. I feel like Odegaard is pulling rank here on Martinelli and saying, listen, bro, I'm club captain. I'm taking it. One thing I don't understand with Leicester, you let go of Kasper Schmeichel and you bring in Danny Ward. That makes no sense to me. Kasper Schmeichel was a very good goalkeeper. This brother, Danny Ward, I don't rate at all. Free kick to Arsenal. Will it be Odegaard or Martinelli? Come on, bend it in the corner. Odegaard. Oh, he's tried to do the Ronaldinho. Play it underneath the wall, you know. I'm just not sure if you're that guy yet, bro. The wall didn't even jump. It just hit them. That's always the risk when you take that free kick. If they don't jump very high, it's just going to hit them on their feet. It's a poor free kick. We've got the ball back, though, already. Roy Kent, big up Big C. I have to give credit to Jorginho. Barely noticed Partey's missing one of our better away games this season. Jorginho has been solid for us on the ball. Really solid. Granit Xhaka gets a whack round the head there. Free kick to Arsenal again, out near the touchline. What happened? And Ndidi catches him with an arm. Should have got booked for stamping on Martinelli. And then he would have been under pressure, but he isn't. Roy Kent, Ted Lasso settings, yeah, big up. Double change for Leicester. Yuri Tillemans, Jamie Vardy coming on. Tillemans, who's been heavily linked with a move to Arsenal for about a year now. Jamie Vardy, who famously was going to sign for Arsenal until Wenger had a bad meeting with him and messed the deal up. But it is what it is. Free kick to the Gunners. Want to see you do the kangaroo again. Don't worry, man. We can do that. Ball whipped in. Odegaard whips in. Flicked on straight at Danny Ward. Either side of him, it would have been 2-0. In fact, he's offside. It was Gabriel with the header. Brilliant ball in. Kimani said, I've definitely noticed Partey's absence. What I think he's trying to say in defence of him is Partey's the one that usually slides them little passes between the lines, and Jorginho has done that well. Obviously, the physicality would have helped us. Tielemans and Vardy are on. Iheanacho and I think Tete has come off for Leicester. Yuri Tielemans will be looking to impress here. He'll be desperate to get a move to Arsenal. Vivek said it's done. Arsenal win the Prem. Potter's still in charge just end of the season. Chelsea fans are fuming. You signed about 150 players. Well, they do not like this manager. That is for sure. Big game for them against Tottenham tomorrow. Vardy's on. I'm sure they'll be a lot more direct now. I don't know. Has he still got the same sort of pace? I know he's definitely not as quick as he used to be. But definitely still dangerous on the shoulder. Cody Mystified said, Yuri Tillemans' interview starts here. Yeah. What can you bring to Arsenal, Yuri? Personally, as I said, I'm not as hyped about signing him. I think he's had a poor season. Make sure you smash the likes, people. Let's get 1,000 likes. Subscribe. Become a part of the community. We're here daily. We'll be streaming the Carabao Cup final tomorrow. Get involved. And let's hit 60k sooner rather than later. Arsenal dominating possession. 28 minutes to go. Can we get the second goal? Who is quicker, Jorginho or Yuri Tielemans? I don't know about Jorginho. I actually don't know the answer. I know that Tielemans is mad slow. I didn't actually know how slow he was until this season. But Jorginho, I'm going to back Jorginho. Jorginho, I'll give him 54 pace. Tielemans, 47 pace. Granit Xhaka, 41 pace. Penalty to Villa against Everton, which I don't mind that. No disrespect to Everton. Everton get beat, confidence low, bring them to the Emirates, and then we slap them on Wednesday. So yeah, I don't mind Villa beating Everton today, if I'm being honest. Given away. Ball given away. Leicester have the ball back. Barnes. I actually think Barnes a good player. I could see Barnes ending up at a bigger club than Leicester, to be honest. I think he's definitely talented. Ball down the sides is Dewsbury Hall. Whips it in across the area. It's cleared at the near post. Vardy made the run. They're having a little spell here, Leicester. We got to be careful. Although, just as I say that, they kick the ball out for a throw-in, but they're growing a little bit in confidence, getting forward a little bit. That's a brilliant block at the near post. Gabriel has been brilliant today. Him and Saliba have done well. But I just think Gabriel... Look at that clearance from Gabriel ahead of Vardy, man. That is superb. He has been fantastic today. One of the best players on the pitch. I think he's been slightly better than Saliba just because of them last-ditch clearances. We definitely need a second goal, people. Second goal. Do we bring Thomas Partey on? The interesting thing is, does he need to get a few minutes to get that little bit of match sharpness for Wednesday? Or do we just not play him for the whole 90 if possible, so that he's fully rested for Wednesday? It depends on his physical situation, really. Villa scored. Apparently it was a penalty. I don't know who scored, though. But Villa are leading. We need that second goal. Bring on ESR. A lot of people asking for ESR. South London's finally saying I would get Partey on now. Give us a bit of stability, possibly. Tierney on, Zinchenko to midfield and get Xhaka off. We need the second goal for safety. We kind of need to talk about our fans in the stadium. Big up to them. I know you don't have the sound on, but are you mad as our fans are loud? Our away fans, by the way, unbelievable. We've been a lot better at home this year, but always away from home, very loud. This will be another big win if we can get it. 25 minutes to go. Ollie Watkins scored for Villa. I think people are saying it was a penalty. Paul said bring Partey on around 75th minute. Tielemans looking terrible. Let's hope so. Let's hope he has a stinker. We don't want him to play well today. Save them performances for another week. Great header there by Saliba. Wins the header above Jamie Vardy. Gabriel with a long ball over the top. Decent ball that. Martinelli does well. Gets on the end of it. Lift your head. Rolls it to Trossard. Oh, he's gone back into traffic. Should have gone the other way. Gives it away. That was a chance for Trossard. He had Saka out wide. He didn't see him. Comes back out to him. Oh, he loses it, Trossard, and it gives... Is he going to give a free kick? Gives the free kick to Leicester there. I think it might be time for a change. Little freshen up. Xhaka's looked a little bit leggy again in the second half. Jay said Odegaard's been invisible. Definitely hasn't been on the ball enough in this second half. Hasn't been bad, but I'd like to see him on the ball more. Who would you bring on, people? Who would you bring on? Is it time to change it? Would you bring on Smith Rowe? Would you bring on Thomas Partey? Would you bring on Fabio Vieira? Oh, Saka, surely doesn't he win the ball there? Free kick to Leicester on the halfway line. Vivek said, I remember telling people 2 years ago Martinelli is something special. A lot of you call him for ESR. Vieira, Partey and ESR. If ESR scores, stuff goes out the window, says Jerry. Fabio or ESR. Leicester are so poor against long, but they're slow, man. They're slow at the back. You saw it last week against United. One ball to Rashford. Their whole defence was scrambling. Eddie is coming on. I'm not surprised. Who will he bring off? It's interesting because Martinelli wasn't playing well, but he scored. But then he got stamped on his knee. Maybe he's injured. Eddie's coming on. Odegaard. Finds Saka. Right hand side of the penalty area. Lift your head up. Is that a corner? Corner to Arsenal. Eddie is coming on. Who is going to come off? I reckon it will probably... It just depends if Martinelli's injured or not. If that's an injury... the Leicester guy, Christensen's complaining there, saying it was a goal kick. He's given a corner. Trossard left wing, Martinelli off. Eddie up front, says Jack. Martinelli, I reckon. Here we go. In-swinging corner to Arsenal. Can we get a second goal? 22 minutes left. Saka's not been brilliant. No, his end product hasn't been great, but he whips in a corner. It's flicked on at the near post up in the air. Arsenal retain possession. Is Gabriel. Can he win a corner? He's being pulled there, you know. He's being pulled. Look, your man's pulling the man's shirt off. I think that's gone out for a goal kick. Here we go. Substitution will be made. Trossard comes off. Martinelli stays on. Obviously, he got a goal. Probably a frustrating game for Trossard. You know, you've bent one in the top corner. But it's disallowed. It's a shame for him, really. I don't think the false nine thing worked. But listen, let's give him some credit. It's a magic assist. It's a brilliant assist. One step over, little nutmeg, and Trossard comes off. West Ham have scored against Forest. Danny Ings, apparently, has given them the lead. Eddie Nketiah comes on in front of Gareth Southgate. International break at the end of March. He'll be looking to try and force his way into that England squad. They don't have a great deal of English strikers available at the moment, although Watkins is back. Calvert-Lewin, I suppose you obviously Kane, Rashford, more of a winger. But Trossard's off. Eddie Nketiah's on. 20 minutes to go. Make sure you smash the like button, people. Subscribe. Let's get 3k likes. Can we get to that 60k subscribers? Need about 600 more subs. Ben said he would have took Saka off. He's not going to take Saka off at 1-0, man. Just because of what he's done for us and just because of what you feel he might be capable of. You know, he's got a lot of credit in the bank. Is Jorginho, excellent play, chest the ball down, very calm on the ball, Jorginho. Where you think Jorginho could struggle a little bit is on the days where we're playing against powerhouses who are running at us a lot more. Here's Martin Odegaard, edge of the penalty area. Chance, can he create a shot? Oh, what is that? Come on, Martin, you got to do better than that. Gets the ball caught under his foot there. Could have passed it to Saka. Could have got it out his feet and had a shot. As he tries to shift it, gets the ball caught underneath his left foot. And the opportunity is wasted. That was a decent chance. 19 minutes to go, people. Still feel a bit nervous about the scoreline. We always need the second goal. West Ham apparently leading 2-0 against Forest. Forest have a terrible record away from home. Not sure who scored the second goal, people. Let us know in the comments. Villa winning 1-0 and obviously West Ham winning 2-0 now against Forest, which is poor for them. Solarguard back. He's not been great today. Just shift that out your feet and hit it. Don't even think about it, you know. Leicester on the ball. They win a free kick. The referee plays on. It's Dewsbury Hall. 25 yards out. Shoots. Just wide. Just wide. Got to be careful there. He's appealing, saying it was a corner. We're riding our luck. 1-0 makes me feel uncomfortable all the time. Zinchenko. What happened there was we tackled him and Martinelli run into each other. I mean, that's not far wide, you know. Dewsbury Hall tried to bend it in the far corner. Just wide. That's a warning sign. And again, that comes from Martin Odegaard. If Odegaard shoots early there, we potentially go 2-0 up. Danny Ings scored the second goal, apparently. I always thought he was a good signing for West Ham. I think he's a good player for that sort of mid-table team. We definitely need the second goal, says Gold Gunner. Second goal and we can relax, enjoy your weekend. 1-0. This is going to go right down to the end, which I don't want it to. Good play there. Granit Xhaka wins the ball back. Good strength. Keep moving the ball. Keep moving the ball. Ball given away. Cleared by Gabriel, though. Oh, what a touch by Eddie. And then loses it. First touch was Dennis Bergkamp. Second touch, Yaya Sanogo. That's the problem. Leicester have the ball back. Do we need to bring on more players? I think so. We've got a difficult game in the week. And we could do with some fresh legs. Xhaka and Jorginho. Ball whipped in for Leicester. Overhit. And it should go out for a goal kick. It's a goal kick. It depends where Partey is. Do you need Partey to rest? Or does he need a little bit of game time just to get him ready for Wednesday? ESR, I just don't understand. ESR's been on the bench for a couple of weeks and not getting a kick. Is he still injured? Why are we putting him on the bench if he's not available? I don't know. I want to see Kivior play. I don't think you'll see him play until the Europa League. Jorginho is so composed. Absolute class. Just as we say that, he's been fouled and he's on the floor. Dewsbury Hall has caught him there. I think he's hit him on the side of his ear. Or on the back of his head. Look at the way Jorginho takes the ball. Clever player, man. Gets a whack on the back of his head. Experience. Stay on the floor. Waste a bit of time. You know how the game goes, people. I've been very impressed with Jorginho again today. Keeps the ball well. Seems to be press resistant. Still think we're going to need Partey's physicality next to him. Partey's on the bench, not even warming up. Fabio Vieira's not even warming up. They're sitting there in their jacket. So it doesn't look like at the moment he's going to come on. Yeah, I would agree. Gabriel and Jorginho, 100%. Two best players for Arsenal today. I think Saliba's done well as well. But I just think that Gabriel, for them last-ditch clearances, has been a little bit better. And Jorginho just kept the ball. It'll be difficult for me to separate those two for man of the match. We need that second goal, people. We need that second goal. Leicester on the ball. We have got 16 minutes to go. Dewsbury Hall, good tackle, William Saliba. Then gives it away, though. Leicester in possession. Yuri Tielemans threads it in to Vardy, but Arsenal win the ball back. 15 minutes to go. I think my timer, I started it about 20, 30 seconds too late. Gabriel, man of the match. Gabriel and Trossard, best assist I've seen from him. Great assist. Hi, Curtis, are you going to watch the City or the Madrid game? Listen, we focus on Man City. Don't worry about Madrid. We need to focus on the Prem. I'll have the City game on. I'm not optimistic that they'll win. City against Bournemouth, to be honest. But yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it and hope that Bournemouth can do something. Leeds have scored, apparently. Leeds have scored. Who are Leeds even playing? I forgot who Leeds are playing. Leeds are playing Southampton. That's a big win in the relegation battle if they can win that. Curtis, you're a G, Zane says. Yeah, I agree. 3-0 to West Ham. Apparently Declan Rice has scored a worldie. We might be at the carpet next season playing for us. Dave said, you're my TV at the moment, Big C. Keep me updated. Don't worry. We'll do some commentary. No fake scores in the chat, people. It ruins the viewing for people, man. Goal kick to Arsenal. Gabriel hits it off Vardy, who blocks it. Goes out for a goal kick. 14 minutes to go, people. Leicester, double substitution. They are using their bench. And Dennis Pratt, as I think is his name, he comes off. Who is that coming on? Patson Dakar is coming on. So they're going for it a little bit there. Looks like they may go Vardy and Dakar. And Didi comes off. And who is that? Samare comes on. What a Pratt, says Ish. Yeah, what a Dennis Pratt. Arsenal have only made one change. I think we need to make one or two more just for fresh legs. They're going Dakar and Vardy up top for the last 13 minutes, so it's going to be dangerous. Feis and Eddie go for the ball. Ward kicks it up in the air. It's high, not very far. Can Arsenal win the ball back? Saka looking for Eddie, goes over his head. Defender goes past Eddie easily there, and they clear it long. Leicester are just going to be direct now. They got two up front. Dakar and Vardy up front. Dewsbury Hall plays it down the line. That's got to be offside, Harvey Barnes, and it is. And it is a free kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice scored a worldie. Dakar is quick. Yeah, he is quick. Fresh legs needed. We need a change. Who do you want to finish second? City or United? Let's leave City in second, you know. Keep United off their high horse and let Pep feel the pain of coming runner-up, you know. Ramsdale to take the free kick for Arsenal. 12 minutes to go plus time added on. Arsenal have only made one change. Leicester have made 4. Long ball up to Saka. Hasn't had the best of games today, if I'm being honest. Worked hard. Zane said, thanks for reading my comments. Never miss a show. Always enjoying your content. Big up. Appreciate that. Arteta never puts on impact subs or changes formation. He just doesn't seem to like... It's like he almost gets forced into making a change. I'm worried we don't make changes until we concede. Martinelli never lifts his head. Big CY. I mean, listen, I'll give him credit. He did for the goal. And here he is on the ball. He's had a better second half than first half. But it's something he needs to add to his game. It's not a natural part of his game. Arsenal under pressure. That is a free kick. Surely, ref. Jorginho gets clattered again there. Holding his head. Dark arts. They're going over to Vardy. They're not happy with him. Vardy's saying, look, he fell into me. Don't worry, Jorginho. Roll around. Take another 20 seconds. Ben White laid it back to Jorginho. Dewsbury Hall tried to tackle him. Little push. And Vardy kind of falls into him in the end. I think Jorginho's all right. He knows what he's doing. You know, you get another 20, 30 seconds there. He's a clever player, man. Glad we got Jorginho in January. We need him. I think we needed the experience. Possibly was what we really needed. And it's been a big help to us. It's a throw-in. Somehow that's not a free kick. 10 minutes to go, people. Last 10 minutes to go. Arsenal 1, Leicester 0. Again, Leicester have not been great. A second goal and this game will be done and dusted. But while it's 0-0, Anything can happen, people. Arsenal, Odegaard's had a quiet second half. Needs to get on the ball more, man. Partey's getting ready. Get him on. Why not? Why not? Give us that physical protection in the middle of the pitch. Here's Dewsbury Hall, left-hand side. Way too easy. Whips into the back post. Misses everyone. Goes out for a throw-in. That was way too easy. Shameless on Jorginho. Yeah, listen. I'll be shameless with that one as well. Thomas Partey coming on. The General. On his way, people. On his way. 9 minutes to go. Thomas Partey coming on. Who is he coming on for? Jorginho's on the floor. Again, is he exhausted or is he injured? Is he just, playing the game? 10 minutes for Thomas Partey. I don't really mind that. Get him a bit of fitness and get him ready for Wednesday. Just get some minutes in his legs. Jorginho is on the floor getting treatment at the moment. He's been hit on the back of his head twice. But I think it has got dark arts written all over it. So I reckon Jorginho will come off. The players have a little prime drink. Or is there actually prime in them bottles? Or is it? It's a water bottle with prime on the side. Is it prime in there or is it just water? I don't know. But yeah, Jorginho I would imagine will come off. Lovely finish from Martinelli. It's Henry-esque. Opens up his body. What an assist from Trossard. Nutmegs the defender. Sometimes in front of goal, you can just pass the ball in. It's a brilliant goal. Really good finish. Slots it in. Big C, that hoodie. Yeah, and listen, I love this hoodie, man. It's a classic. The old badge and everything. The octopus is what they used to call Thomas Partey in La Liga, as they said. It was so difficult to get past him. It was like he had 8 legs. Thomas Partey coming on. Jorginho coming off. Never thought I would be applauding Jorginho playing for Arsenal when we signed him. I was pretty much... or is he coming off? Maybe he isn't coming off. He just come to the side for treatment. 2-0 to Villa. Apparently Tyrone Mings has scored. Who doesn't score very often. Odegaard is off. So I get it. He's going with the 3-man midfield. Solidarity. Realistically, we're playing to win this game 1-0 rather than going for the second. That's what Mikel Arteta will be thinking. There's 8 minutes to go. He's not really going to gamble to score the second. I actually think Odegaard's had a quiet game today. Not poor, but those times where he's on the edge of the penalty area, I'd love to see him shoot. People now saying Buendia has scored, not Tyrone Mings. Buendia. Players who look finish at Chelsea don't look too bad at Arsenal. Well, sometimes, not all the time. Let's not forget Willian, who didn't work. Mangi said, to be honest, Odegaard has been shocking. Nameblock said he's been ineffective. Ade said Odegaard's been smelly. Not happy with his performance. Definitely hasn't got on the ball enough. Can we see this out, people? 7 minutes to go, plus time added on. The ball is in the corner with Eddie Nketiah, who's offside. And can we create another chance? Come on, he said Curtis is a G for sure. Martin Tyler doesn't know. Don't worry, we're ready to replace him. 4-0 to West Ham against Nottingham Forest. Unbelievable that Forest drew with Man City last week. And a week later, they're 4-0 down away at West Ham. Mikel Antonio, Yardman settings, 4-0 to West Ham. Big win for them. We've still got to play West Ham away from home as well. In a few weeks, I believe. Here come Leicester on the ball. 7 minutes to go. Throw into Arsenal. Just see it out. Listen, I'll take 1-0 to the Arsenal all day long. 5th substitution for Leicester. Castagne comes off. Ricardo Pereira comes on. I always thought this Ricardo was a really good right back. He's had a bad injury at Leicester. And I think he's just come back to full fitness. Odegaard was very poor, said CJ. Castagne off, Ricardo on. I like Antonio at West Ham. I think if he was a little bit younger, he would have probably got a move somewhere, even as a backup striker. He's a very you know, good, direct, old school striker. But I think Antonio is about 31 now. I know Forest tried to sign him actually in January. I can't see him getting a move really. I think he's probably happy at West Ham. Partey's playing a little bit further forward. Another head injury there. Tielemans and Xhaka clash heads. But ball was up in the air. Bang. Oof. Does Tielemans even get hit in the head? He looks like he catches it. I think Tielemans hurt his foot. Xhaka gets hit on the back of the head. They're painful, by the way. And Tielemans... Xhaka said, listen, mate, there's no way you're coming to Arsenal this summer. Stamped on his ankle. Listen, Jorginho and Gabriel, for me, have been our best two players today. What does Xhaka do here? I don't actually see what he does. Oof! Catches the back of his heel. It's not on purpose. They shake hands. He's probably like, listen, bro, I'll see you next season. Would we still take Tielemans in the summer? Agent Tielemans, he's done nothing since he's come on. Mikel said, listen, you want to join us in the summer. You go on that pitch, you do nothing. Pat does fitness. Flight from the US to London incoming in May. Listen, as I said, it would be great. Can you imagine? Title winning parade. Half of the C Unit community gets down there. It would be scenes. It would be absolute scenes. Another injury for Arsenal. Xhaka again. I think we're just playing the game now. Any little knock. Again, man. That's a dirty challenge again. That should be a yellow. He knows what he's doing there. You can't tell me they are consistently accidental. You've played the pass. He's come and just stamped on the back of his foot. I mean, fair play to Xhaka. He's got up and he's shaking hands with the player, but that's a yellow card. Tielemans is off. Tielemans said, you know what? I'm desperate to join Arsenal this summer. I'm coming off. Get me off. Agent Tielemans pretending he's injured. Good old Tielemans. Don't worry, we'll take you as a squad player. He's definitely playing the game. He wants the move to Arsenal. Don't worry, we'll have you, man. 5th choice centre mid next season. We'll take you. He's done, by the way. I think Xhaka stamped on the back of his foot and injured him. Yuri's coming home, man. He's coming home. Don't worry. There's a place for you on that bench next season, Yuri. You can have it. There's nothing wrong with him. And he knows what he's doing. He waited until Ricardo came on. He said, listen, they've made all 5 subs. Now I'm finished. Get me off, Brendan. Brendan's like, you're right. He's like, well, he's hurting a little bit there. And he scratched me a little bit there, Gaffer. I don't think I should risk it. He knows what he's doing. You can be the new Sambi Lakonga. You can be the new Sambi. Just sit on the bench. Yeah, I think he did roll his ankle. But, you know. The game is the game. Here's Ricardo on the ball. We have got 2 minutes to go. This is where it gets a bit nerve-wracking. Come on, after. This is where it gets nerve-wracking now. Grab some bench, Yuri. Can we hang on and collect all 3 points? Header goes out from Gabriel. Scratch me, Gabba. Yeah, he scratched me there. A little bit of a bruise there. I think I should come off. Listen, and all jokes aside, when you roll your ankle, it is madness. The pain, it gets progressively worse as well. Here's Saka. Come on. Can we score a second goal just to seal it? Listen, if we win 1-0, then by all means, I'll take it. This is nerve-wracking. A minute to go of normal time. Saka finds Eddie. Keep the ball. Make them chase it. Tielemans doesn't want to run. He's hurt his ankle. Jorginho wins a throw-in. He's had a good game. He's had a good game today. He's kept the ball well. Leicester have to finish with 10 men. Is Tielemans, I think he just stood on the pitch, Annie, now. My man of the match would probably be Gabriel as well. Got to be honest. Here's Saka. Win a corner. Win a throw-in. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Christensen clears it. Ball's in the air. Yep, and it goes out for a throw-in. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. We are approaching the 90th minute, people. 5 minutes added on. Where are they getting 5 minutes from? Where are they getting 5 minutes from? I mean, I suppose it's the Tielemans and Jorginho's been on the floor a few times. 5 minutes, man. I think it's Pep Guardiola putting up the sign. How long? And how's that not a corner? He's just tackled Eddie, although Eddie's not arguing, so maybe it is a goal kick. Jeez. No fake scores, people. Come on, man. It ruins it. We need a goal. Partey is on. It's interesting that we went for the three-man midfield to just secure it. Jorginho, Xhaka and Partey all in the middle. Odegaard come off. Here's Partey. Lovely turn. That's a free kick, but he doesn't want to give it. Leicester on the attack. Gets nervous now, people. Skips Jorginho with ease there. Dewsbury Hall. Hits the byline. Whips it in. Get rid of it. Martinelli flicks it on. And Nketiah slips. Leicester have the ball back on the halfway line. Nerve-wracking times, people. Nerve-wracking times. No fake scores, people, please. It's still 0-0. It's still 0-0. The ball goes out for throwing on the halfway line. A minute and a half gone of the 5 minutes added on, people. Hang on. This would be a massive 3 points for Arsenal. Make no mistake about it. It's a difficult place to go, Leicester. And with 2 home games coming up in the league, this would be huge. And it puts pressure on Man City. 5:30 kickoff away at Bournemouth. Long ball into the penalty area. Headed across by Vardy. Here's Harvey Barnes for Leicester in the area. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. Throw into Leicester. Edge of the area. It's Woosa settings, Dennis. I'm telling you, bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Tomiyasu's coming on. I'm surprised Rob Holding's not coming on. This is usually the time he comes on. Zinchenko's coming off. Good game. Captain today. I'm sure he'll probably give the armband to Xhaka, I would imagine now. Tomiyasu on for Zinchenko for the physical presence. He's good in the air if they're putting crosses in as well. We're 2.5 minutes into the 5. 2.5 minutes into the 5. We're halfway through. Can we get there, people? Can we get these 3 points? Tomiyasu comes on. Looks like he's got some highlights in the hair, man. He's put a bit of blonde in there, I think. No Tierney. Sub not used. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. Throw into Leicester. Down the line. Here's Barnes. Should that not have been an Arsenal throw? Still a Leicester throw. 2 minutes to go, people. We need to hang on. Eddie, you got to look after the ball. Well done. Good ball, Xhaka. Go on. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Drive. No, hey, corner to Arsenal. We'll take that. We will take that. Broad says Blondie Yasu. Patrick Truman's back dropping the one-liners, the dad jokes. It is a corner to the Gunners. We will take it. Well done, Eddie. Wins a corner. And we'll take that all day long. Oh, was it Partey who whipped it in? Ah, it was Eddie, wasn't it? Corner to us. Corner to us. And it is Saka to take it. Saka to take it. We've got a minute and 10 seconds left of the 5 added on, people. Partey was the runner. Partey, what are you doing? That definitely was him who gave the ball away. No, don't get caught on the break. What's he given? What's he given? Free kick, I think, to Arsenal. I think Barnes, man, said this is the Patrick Truman emoji because of the hat. Yo, you know Patrick Truman, he took them old school Caribbean, man. He keeps the money underneath his hat. Free kick to Arsenal. We'll take that all day long. 50 seconds to go, people. 50 seconds to go. Just pump that ball into the corner and keep it there. We'll take that. That's a throw into Leicester. Saka, be careful. Don't get a second yellow. We're hanging on, people. We're hanging on. 30 seconds to go. Leicester have the ball. Xhaka, that's a horrible pass to Saliba. Goes out for a throw. 20 seconds away. Come on, you Gunners. This will be a massive win. Throw into Leicester. Last chance of the game. 15 seconds to go. Headed up in the air. Saka clears it away with his left foot. It's up in the air. 10 seconds to go. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Run him. Run him. Leicester have the ball. Blow your whistle, ref. We've seen enough. I've got plans. End it. Last chance for Leicester. Ricardo, terrible cross. Blow the whistle, ref. We've seen enough. The 5 minutes are up. Leicester. Pump it into the area. Back post. Saliba heads it away. Great header. Blow the whistle, ref. Come on. Ball whipped in. It's cleared again. Thomas Partey smashes it forward. Eddie. Has he got the pace to get there? Oh, good tackle. Blow your whistle, ref, man. We're over 5 minutes. Yay! The full-time whistle goes! Arsenal 1. Leicester City 0. Come on at the end. Let me just do a little... Leicester City 0. In fact, yeah, go on. Come on now then. Come on now. What do you make? Just stand up and do it. Leave the chair. What do you make of that? 1-0 win. We hung on. Wasn't pretty, but job done. Martinelli, good finish?
Yeah, we deserved the win.
Yeah.
They didn't play that well. They was just defending.
Leicester, yeah.
Yeah.
Massive win.
Trossard.
Nice nutmeg.
Martinelli's under pressure.
It's under pressure. Trossard looks good in it, but we need that.
Yeah.
We need pressure. Next game, Everton. I always ask you for an early score prediction. Everton at home on Wednesday. What's your prediction? Everton are losing, I think, today as well to Villa at home.
1-0.
In fact, they've lost 2-0.
2-0.
So they just lost 2-0 at home. What's your prediction for Wednesday?
I'm going to go... It's going to be a tricky one, you know.
I think we beat them at home. I think we'll brush them.
I think Partey's going to be fit, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1-0 to Arsenal.
1-0. All right, we'll take that. Get you back
Because
on.
they'll be defending, and I feel like
Hard to
we'll
break
just
them down.
sneak one little goal.
All right. I'm going 3-0. I think we'll smash them. Everton are not good away from home. Yeah, we'll get the show soon.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start rounding up people. Right. Tony, thank you for the super chat. White can't play 90 minutes. That is concerning. Always comes off. Listen, what an absolute big 3 points for Arsenal. Make no mistake about it. That is a massive, massive 3 points for us. Not pretty. You're not going to want to watch the highlights too much. I don't care. Tick it off. On to the next one. 14 cup finals to go now. 5 points clear of Manchester City. They play Bournemouth at 5:30, so we'll all be tuned in for that one, see what happens. That is a massive 3 points. For me, Gabriel, man of the match. In fact, let's get a poll up. We'll spend the next 5 minutes or so just reviewing the game. In terms of man of the match, I mean, I would probably say it's Gabriel or Jorginho. I don't even know who the third one would be. Trossard with a wonderful assist, maybe. Let's do who do you think? Who would you vote man of the match? Who was your man of the match? For me, definitely Gabriel. Who was your man of the match for Arsenal? I thought Gabriel was a colossus. I actually thought Saliba had a good game. Let's put Saliba on there just to give you some options. Gabriel, Trossard for the assist. Jorginho I thought was brilliant. And we'll do Saliba because I thought both centre-backs did well. Brilliant. 3 points all that matters. Performance second, result first. That's how you win titles. Mr. Cobble, Super Chat, Samaru. To be honest, this win is for me the most important win of the season thus far. Big up Young Shaw. Appreciate it, bro. Listen, every win is huge. Big up Snake Eyes. Thank you very much, he said, for my co-host. Big up Cruz. Really appreciate it, Snake Eyes. Big up yourself. Massive win. Massive 3 points. As I said, people in the Premier League, Everton, who we play on Wednesday at home, have lost 2-0 at home to Aston Villa. That is a big defeat for them, which is, good for us. Their confidence will be low. Nottingham Forest lost 4-0 away at West Ham. They got battered. And Leeds beat Southampton 1-0. I think Southampton are pretty much relegated, to be honest. I didn't put Martinelli, and maybe a bit harsh considering he scored. But I was rushing. Don't worry about it. Don't go anywhere. By the way, you celebrated the assist. I'd say Trossi. Listen, it was a great assist. Martinelli was much better second half. Let's give him some credit. Let's have a look at the table. Any excuse to look at that Premier League table. It is a thing of beauty, people. It's a thing of absolute beauty. 5 points clear of Manchester City. Man City kick off in around half an hour's time. They're away at Bournemouth. Can Bournemouth do anything? I don't know. Let's hope they can do something. I'm not counting on it, but we're all Dominic Solanke FC tonight. O'Malley says, thank you for the super chat. Good win, but for us to win the league, Arteta's got to start trusting the players he bought. Big up Curtis. You want to see him a little bit more trustworthy of the signings. Still feel he doesn't fully trust Fabio Vieira. Interesting that Smith Rowe, 2 games in a row on the bench, doesn't even come on. Yet we've waited a long time for him to be available. Is he still not actually fit? What is the situation? Smith Rowe is a very important player. Doesn't come on again. But anyway, we'll see. The win is the most important. Big up Latte, who said for the co-host. Really appreciate it. Big up Cruz with his little cameo. I think we are going to do a show eventually, you know. Definitely get a show. I've got 2 microphones, so if I can set it up, we may do a show. Asosa said, the first half was one of the most dominant halves we've had all season. I want Trossard at 9 until Jesus returns. Accommodates Nelly and Eddie holds bench. Come on, you Gunners. Interesting. I don't mind you starting that front 3. And I would say to Martinelli and Trossard, you two figure it out. Rotate. If you feel good on the left, play on the left. If you feel good through the middle, play through the middle. Change at times, make things difficult for the opposition to understand who's going to be there. I thought Eddie looked a little bit disappointed when he came on off the bench. He had that kind of, I'm annoyed that I'm on the bench look about him. But I would actually play the same front 3 on Wednesday night. I would stick with them. Trossard got a brilliant assist. And Martinelli scored the winner no matter what he did in that first half. That goal wins us the game, so it's important. Massive 3 points, says Jay. George Graham era 1-0 to the Arsenal 1-0. Massive win. Massive win. Absolutely vital. Kenyon Guna said, to be fair, remember when we were calling for Nelly and he never brought him in? Let's wait for ESR. Yeah, listen, maybe the injury is worse than we thought, you know. Big up Tim, Blazing Gunner Paul from Bermuda. Big up yourself. ESR will be like a new signing. Highbury's local badger. I don't trust Fabio Vieira. Good call from Arteta. Are you fit, bro? In July, I asked ESR if he was fit. It's now February and he's still not fit. But it is what it is. Well, once he's available, it'll be massive. Win Wednesday, we go 8 points clear. Well, obviously, the problem is though, Man City play in half an hour. So if they win, it's back to 2 points. But Wednesday is our game in hand. So we will be 5 points clear if we can win on Wednesday. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen today with Manchester City against Bournemouth. You'd expect them to beat Bournemouth, but you never know. You just never know, do you? We cling to that hope. People saying I should have put Martinelli in the man of the match thing for the second half, scoring the winner. I think I probably should have. Should have, really, for scoring the winner. Pat does fitness. What a massive win. Love the chemistry. Enjoyed the formation. The lads played for one another, and you can see Arteta is getting the respect. I think you make a great point there. I think there's a lot of chemistry in this Arsenal team now. Something that Chelsea have been saying is wrong with their team. A lot of good individuals that don't have any sort of connection. I think this Arsenal team has a lot of chemistry. Thomas Partey comes on for 10 minutes. Hopefully he starts on Wednesday. For me, Granit Xhaka's on the bench on Wednesday, in my opinion. You can't drop Jorginho. He's been excellent again today. He's kept the ball well, kept us ticking. Very important role in a team when you're playing possession-based football. So for me, has the manager got the nerve to drop Granit Xhaka on Wednesday? Because against a physical Everton midfield, there's no way you can go Xhaka and Jorginho. Thomas Partey has to play that game, but there's no way you can drop Jorginho after how he played today. He needs to be starting. So I would give Granit Xhaka a rest on Thursday. We play 3 games this week. We play Bournemouth next week. next weekend at the Emirates. So 3 games in 7 days, give him a rest. Listen, I hold my hands up. I'll always be... One thing about me, people, and one thing they say, you can't be wrong and strong. You can't be wrong and strong. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that saying. I was totally, I would almost say, fuming when we signed Jorginho. But he's better on the ball than I thought he was. Maybe because Chelsea don't play the way we play, I never fully got to see how good he was on the ball. Jorginho can actually thread those passes. Don't get me wrong, there's days where I think your back's against the wall and you've got to defend and you're playing against a high energy midfield. I still think he will struggle defensively a little bit. But on the ball, very good player. So I've got no problem eating humble pie. I'll eat a whole heap of humble pie, especially if we win the title. So a few angry words were exchanged between Saliba and Gabriel at full time. No problem. I don't have no problem with that, you know. Honestly, I've been in teams before. You wouldn't believe the amount of arguments that happen in professional football. You're with these guys every day. Footballers have big egos. You know, we all believe we're top players. You know, we blame everyone else. I've got no problem. Have an argument. As long as it doesn't lead into something in the dressing room, I have no problem with that. You know, just get on with it. Get on with it. TK, thank you for the super chat. Great win today, Curtis. Big up, but think better teams would have exposed our mistakes today in terms of performance. Do you know the thing, though, TK? If you look at our best performances this season, in general, it's been against teams that have attacked us a little bit. Leicester didn't really even look interested in trying to score today. That was a real strange performance from Leicester. They looked scared of us. They didn't want to attack. That, make no mistake about it, it was difficult today to break them down. 10 players behind the ball, you know, not a lot of space. Wasn't easy. So I understand what you're saying, but I think a better team would have attacked us more and we would have had, you know, an opportunity to create more chances. But I hear what you're saying. Roscoe said you need that file. I'm telling you, you need that because they care. They've probably had an argument, maybe said, you should have marked him. No, you should have marked him. What are you saying, bro? Blah, blah, blah. Few harsh words. No problem. Get in the dressing room, shake hands, laugh it off. See you at training on Monday. It's another 3 points. Defence kept a clean sheet today, which was vital. I've questioned this back four over the past 4 weeks. And today, I thought they defended solidly. Iheanacho did nothing. Vardy did nothing. Gabriel was absolutely magnificent. I thought Saliba was quality as well. No problem. I actually don't mind seeing 2 players have an argument. Show us that fire in your belly, man. No problem. Keep it moving. Saka was quiet today. Should be rested. Again, 90 minutes. And that's the problem. We seem like we're in a position where we refuse to take Bukayo Saka off the pitch. Now, the problem is probably that we don't have another right winger. Nelson would be the other right winger. He wasn't on the bench. Marquinhos is on loan. Apparently, Marquinhos scored today for Norwich. So, big up to Marquinhos. Let's hope he can have a productive loan spell in the Championship. I think Norwich are in the playoffs. Norwich won 2-0. Marquinhos, an assist for the first goal, scores the second. 2-0 win. Big up Marquinhos. Big up John T with the super sticker. Really appreciate that. I like what I'm seeing from this team. I like what I'm seeing. What I like about this team at the moment is they're finding a way to win. They find a way. We dominated that first half, but we didn't necessarily create many chances. Didn't feel sorry for ourselves, even though, you know, the referee wasn't great and we didn't get our head down and feel sorry for ourselves. We scored within a few minutes of that second half starting. In fact, I basically missed the goal on the stream. We scored in the 46th minute of the game. Within 1 minute of the second half, goal. 1-0 up. Love the character. Like somebody said earlier, let's give credit to Mikel Arteta because managers don't get a lot of credit for halftime team talks. That halftime team talk at Villa, Jorginho spoke about it, and now it looks as if something changed today. So listen, big up Arteta, big up the team. Doesn't look like anybody got injured, which is a positive. Partey got 10 minutes. And we go on Wednesday against Everton. I think it's a fantastic result. It's a fantastic result, people. Honestly, you can't underestimate how big a result that is. Leicester away is a tough game. Alfred, thank you for the super chat. What people don't understand is that Jorginho has a Champions League, a Euros, and he wants the Prem. If I'm not mistaken, he doesn't have it. He doesn't. Jorginho's never won the Prem. I saw a stat the other day. I don't know how true this is. That Balotelli is the first Italian to win the Premier League, which I was shocked. I thought Violi might have won the Prem, but then he played for Chelsea when they weren't as good. They said Balotelli was the first Italian to win the Prem. And Jorginho hasn't won it. So listen, Jorginho's got a lot of trophies in the cabinet, but he doesn't have a Premier League, and this is a great opportunity for him. Imagine sitting at Chelsea, start of January, they're not picking him, they're 10th, they've changed managers, and you're out of contract in the summer. You're going to be thinking, where am I going at the end of the season? Now, by the end of February, you're starting centre midfield, top of the Premier League. It's a fantastic opportunity for Jorginho at the back end of his career. And I think what he's doing at the moment is very important for us. So long may it continue. He's going to have a decision on his hands, Arteta, on Wednesday, because you can't drop him. But for me, you have to get Thomas Partey back in that team. Smooth One J says, for Drippy Cruz, he's definitely getting a little lengting out. Man's turning up drippy with the shape up. You know what I mean? Little chain on and that. Nice hat trick today as well. Big up yourself. Co-host with the... Alright, you scored 5. Sorry, but I was just saying hi. AHD said, Curtis, big up yourself. This win was so good. I'm recovering from catching COVID. This Arsenal win was all I needed once again. Big up. Hey, safe recovery, man. Take it easy. And yeah, should lift everyone's spirits, man. People, I'm going to start rounding up. John T, thank you for the super chat. Is Tierney not having having a looking concern to you, Big C? Listen, it is a concern, but unfortunately, without sounding too harsh, the team is more important than any individual. I do feel sorry for Kieran Tierney because I think he's still got a lot to offer the club. I don't want him to leave in the summer. I think he'll play in the Europa League. He paid 35 million for Zinchenko. He didn't buy him to bench him. He bought him to play him. And I feel sorry for him, but I'm more happy that we're top than feeling sorry for Kieran Tierney. Football is a harsh game. As Arsenal fans, you've watched Robin Van Persie go to Man United and win the league. You've watched Alexis Sanchez go to Man United, Aubameyang go to Chelsea, Fabregas go to Chelsea. We've seen legends leave this football club. If Tierney leaves in the summer, it is what it is. I hope he doesn't. I would love to keep him and have 2 great options, but unfortunately, we're top, we're winning. How do you get him in the team? You know, he wants to play possession-based football, which means he wants Zinchenko in the team, and it's working. So we all like Tierney, but the game is the game. Big up my bro Akeem. Was it a good game? Didn't see nothing. We absolutely dominated. We dominated. We didn't create many clear-cut chances, but we deserved the win. Definitely deserved the win. Leicester were scared of us, in my opinion. They were scared. Look at the stats. I mean, look at these... I'm going to show you these stats and then we'll round up, people. Look at these stats from Leicester. If you think Leicester... Have you ever seen Leicester do this at home, right? Leicester at home, no shots on target and 1 shot off target. That is unbelievable. Dewsbury Hall, long shot. Arsenal had 2 shots on target, 3 off target, 66% possession. They didn't even have 1 corner, 8 corners to Arsenal. Absolutely battered. They weren't interested in attacking. We deserved the win. We defended well. I think a few players in attack weren't brilliant. I don't think Saka's end product was great. Thought Odegaard was a little bit quiet today. But we dealt with them. And that low block that we played against today, we will play against that a number of times this season. So we need to figure out how to open them up. I would say shoot a little bit more from distance. Looking forward to the clips. Yeah, I'm going to put some clips up, people. I'm going to round up. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a fantastic stream. Arsenal have won by 1-0. Absolutely massive result for the Gunners. 5 points clear of Manchester City. Manchester City kick off in 20 minutes time. So make sure, keep an eye on that. And let's see if Man City can drop points against Bournemouth. I'll be back on tomorrow. Carabao Cup final watch along. 4:30 kickoff. I'll be live about 4:15. Arsenal, top of the league, 1-0 win. Gabriel Martinelli with the winner. Brilliant assist from Trossard. Jorginho, excellent. Gabriel, my man of the match today. Let's end the poll before we round up, people, and see who you've given man of the match in the comments. And you've given it to Gabriel, 38%, Jorginho, 33%. Arsenal march on, top of the league. I'll be back for the Carabao Cup final tomorrow. Pep, we're slapping you around your bald head this season. Bless.